to get it on. Welcome back to another great episode of the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. Of course, you know I am the man on the
This is Pharaoh King.
Damn. Tim Dog from Be More Careful Where You Put Your Mic because it look like something else.
Mad Professor in the boot.
Shout out to Orlando.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're glad to have y'all here to have to be entertained by me and the crew. But if this is your first time ever checking us out, this is how we always start our podcast off. You always got to ask the brothers, how was their day? And since we haven't seen you in a while, man, Professor, man, how was your day?
Man, get off that bullshit. You know how my day went. Nigga, I was at work. Work. That's how my damn day went. Work, getting Hebrewed. Don't swallow first. Swallow first.
No, he did.
Swallow first, man on the street. Swallow first.
Not now.
That's a hell of a way to describe your day. But God damn. Chicken fucking of me.
They like a Hebrew.
Why is that so funny?
Well, because everybody say, boy, I got work like a Hebrew slave. You don't need to say all that. Just say you got Hebrew. Everybody understands.
Well, I'm glad to have you here, my brother, after a hard day of work. Tim Dog, man, how was your day?
Woke up this morning and I said, fuck it, I'm gonna leave my wife. Then I woke up and I was like, what the fuck was that?
That's because your ass. That's because your ass was down in Temple last week.
I'm gonna be in Temple this weekend too.
Yeah.
No, I'm just all jokes aside. My day was cool. I just woke up today and I ain't do shit. I paid some bills and believe it or not, I thought about cutting the grass, but I said, fuck it, I'll wait till tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, I did go to physical therapy.
Yeah. Wait till tomorrow, do what you need to do with that goddamn grass. I've been there my damn self. You tell me look at that lawnmower, look at that grass. I said that shit wait till tomorrow. Ain't high enough. The HOA ain't coming around. They ain't coming. They ain't put a note about those.
Yeah.
So I ain't got to worry about it. Yeah, understand that. My main man, shout out to Orlando, man. How was your day, my brother?
Can't call it, man. You know, taking it one day at a time. Finally down here in this drought in Orlando, we're getting us some rain this week, so my grass is getting everything they need. You know what I'm saying? I got some pineapples on the ground this year, so I'm looking forward to see what's going on. So I'll brief y'all fellas and what Farmer John down here doing out in Orlando.
Hey, were you affected by that storm down there in Florida with the tornado and shit last night?
It ain't bothered us. We just got wind. We just got wind all day.
Some tornadoes down there and near Lauderdale and there. I was like, God.
They can have that. We good up here in Central Florida.
Yeah. Hey man, you got some good iron in that ground for those pineapples?
I actually buy my iron.
I was just saying because I know in Hawaii, that's in Oahu, that's why they like the volcanic rock because it's rich in iron and it makes it grow fast, makes it grow big.
I use a lot of volcanic rock when you bury the pineapple stuff to grow too, to go ahead and give it that nourishment it needs.
You're not talking to a novice. You know he grows them every year.
What's going on, Eddie?
Hopefully your pineapples will grow and everything. Yeah, I seen that you really just buy a pineapple out of the goddamn store and just cut the top off. What up, brother-in-law? What's going on, Eddie? And you could just bury that, and that'll actually grow another pineapple.
Yep,
I saw that on something. Man. God damn.
Yeah, it just takes it a while.
Yeah, it just takes it a while. Yeah, that's what she said. It just takes a while.
It usually takes about 18 months if you don't feed it right.
Yeah, that's what she said. But it is.
Oh well, goddamn.
My main man, Pharaoh, man, how was your day?
Hey man, today was my Friday. Because I'm on my way down there, Shada's way on Friday morning, and then got off a little early today. Matter of fact, you were still in the parking lot when I drove past you this afternoon. So at the job.
Who was in the parking lot?
No, I'm talking about you was at the ADL, right?
What time?
At 12:30.
No, I wasn't. I was on my way to the dental clinic at VA. So you didn't see my You saw my truck. See?
All right. Well, okay. The parking lot still had people in it.
Yeah. People. Yeah.
He thought your truck was in.
Yeah.
Nah,
So,
that
you
was
know,
a big one,
I
brother.
rolled out about 12:30. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I
That's
just
where I get that man caught up. Talking about you saw a truck.
Yeah. See?
no. I just said because I see the vehicles over there.
Yeah.
I see the vehicles over there. That's all.
All I know is I don't want to see Kim come through the back with no backhand. Like, what you mean?
Nah.
Where's you at?
No, good. No, I had
Hey,
See
like
man on the
that.
street go like this. Boom.
Yeah,
man, I had
but
to,
other than that, I'm off till next Wednesday, man. I took some time because
Okay.
Jaden Lex on
Yeah.
spring break, so tomorrow kind of hang with them, go get the rental car, get my wig split, and then get ready for bounce on Friday.
all right, man.
Yeah,
safe
they wouldn't know
travels,
nothing
man.
about that.
Yeah, I would say,
Oh,
man.
my bad.
As for me, my day went well. Like I said, left early. I had a dental appointment. You know, I had to go get some work done at the VA. Boy, hate taking them hours, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But fellas,
Man, how the dentist over there anyway? I don't know how the dentists are at the VA.
well,
I don't never go to the
we
VA
see.
for my dental appointments.
No, we see. Whatchamacallit, man. We see the students. You don't actually see. You know that they got. It's a training.
MTG.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
It's a training thing. So you be seeing the what the shit that they got over at 10
Hygiene students.
the residency. They're doing the residency. So you be seeing.
Oh, I
the-
didn't know
the
that.
Oh,
residency.
so
yeah,
you lucky.
yeah. So I ain't lucky. I'm 100% total permanent.
No, it's just that not all places have that. I know they have it in
Oh,
Maryland,
yeah,
but they don't have that here in Texas.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's
I
not
feel you,
where
I
I'm
feel you.
at.
All right. They
Okay.
probably got it. Just ain't telling your ass about it.
It doesn't matter. I got insurance that'll pay for mine.
Hey,
Now,
hold on, man. Hey, we leaving somebody out of this conversation. We sorry, my mad professor. You know,
Why?
we
Oh,
know you
bro,
had your week.
Bro,
We had your week in
went
the Army and
first.
the Navy. We know. My
bro, I
bad.
don't care. Because look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I much prefer having my private insurance than having to go to the VA for everything, especially with these people in office right now. So I'm feeling
Yeah.
good.
Oh, you calling them people? You're doing all right.
Fellas, ladies and gentlemen,
I just ate.
Okay.
need to come back Friday.
my brothers, man, we got an interesting show. You know, ladies and gentlemen, this is our sports show. This is the time for these brothers to shine with the knowledge that they know on sports. And we're gonna get it started with this one.
With 10 seconds left, Michigan with the full court heave and nothing that UConn can do with it as time expires. And Michigan, hail to the victors, 69-63 as they win their second national title in school history, first since 1989. And for UConn, their first loss in a national championship in school history. This is May. Dusty May in year 2 leads Michigan to its first national championship in 37 years. And you consider this a full circle moment in the Circle City for Dusty May. Born and raised in the state of Indiana, and he leads Michigan to the national championship here in Indianapolis.
Man, Professor, I'm gonna kick it off with you. Did Michigan prove they're the best or just got hot at the right time?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, when it comes to the Final Four or March Madness in general, it's always best to be the hot team at the right time. You don't ever have to be the best team. I mean, how often is the betting favorite the one that wins the title?
Yeah.
Because this year, who was it? Arizona this year, I think it was the betting
it
favorite
was.
to win.
Yeah.
And they got bound. I mean, they made it to the Final Four, but it really didn't matter. So I think Michigan just shows. I mean, you get hot at the right moment. It don't even matter what your record is. If you got it, you got it. You know.
Yeah. You got it. You got it. With that being said, Pharaoh, was Michigan championship run proof of team's chemistry, or did star talent carry them?
Like they said, I believe they're going to be they were all transfers from what I was hearing. They had the best team going in due to everybody was talking about the inconsistencies. Remember, we talked about that last week, talking about the inconsistencies. Their defense is not inconsistent. Their offense was. So that defense is what actually brought them the W. On top of, they had the best record coming into the tournament with the biggest point margin of wins. So I had Michigan winning when the tournament started. So I think they just proved to outplay everybody, and prove the naysayers wrong by picking Arizona to be an all-time, being the favorite. That's all.
Yeah. With that being said, Shada, like my man Eddie just said, he said the portal really worked for them. That
Mhm.
the whole starting five came from that portal. So, like they say, this is the second year for the head coach because I think he replaced Jawan Howard,
Juwan Howard, yeah.
in original Fab Five. So, speak to that if you can. How that portal worked for Michigan to their advantage.
Well, I mean, that in and of itself is an answer for yourself. It's not just Michigan, but the fact that their core of their team came from the portal, you can't say that, you know what I'm saying, it didn't work. That's what they used to get there. I think this was their first time winning the championships in 89.
89, yeah.
Yeah, my graduating year. I remember when Glenn Rice won that.
Yeah,
Glenn Rice,
and I remember when that was right around the Fab Five area where they UNLV
That was after them.
Yeah,
Fab Five came next year.
So
right.
they've always had Michigan's always tried to break their self into the college basketball. Well, when it comes to the Michigan area, it's usually Michigan State that's represented for Michigan, but Michigan had used the portal to its advantage, as did a lot of other teams, both men and women. So we could see where the portal is advantageous to student athletes as well as teams recovering quickly in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah. And Tim Dahl, Matt Professor say something earlier. Damn, Matt Professor, I forgot what it was that you said that I want Tim Dahl to answer to when you talk about Michigan. Back to them getting hot at the right time. So let me ask you this, Tim Dahl. Is this a 1 year run or the start of a dynasty with the portal? Or that being said, like they got all their players basically out of the portal. And I don't know how many seniors are on their team. So is this a one and done, or is this the start of a dynasty for Michigan basketball?
I guess it depends on who comes back or who doesn't. That point guard, what's his name, Cadeau. I mean, he could go into the NBA right now. He's a transfer from North Carolina or someplace, and they saying that he couldn't play and he wasn't good. And the next year he goes into the portal, goes to Michigan and win the championship. And like everyone said, that the portal pretty much won Michigan that championship, and all other teams, I'm sure they're going to follow suit. But it's about having the right players at the right time, and like Matt Professor said, getting hot at the right time. Yeah. And their defense wasn't the one that was inconsistent, but their offense, and they went to the free throw line a lot more. That's what to me was the deciding factor right there.
Yeah, and Matt Professor, that means how much did the coaching help? Because you got all these new players, you got to get them all to mesh and get on the same sheet of music. How much did that impress you about how they coach melted that team together to form a championship team?
Well, to be honest with you, for his being the second year, I would say that it's probably with the portal the way it is and the way college basketball is, it may not be as important to have a super cohesive team, or even a good coaching. It's about the, you know what? Let me back that up. It's more about the coaching nowadays, especially with the portal, because like here in Louisiana, Lane Kiffin has spent more money than any other coach in history up to this point on both coaching and players. But he went after the players he would fit the system he's trying to build. If you don't have the players to fit the system, it doesn't matter how talented they are. If your system's not working for them, you'll not win a title. So I think I don't know if this is going to be the start of a dynasty, but I think if the coach can keep getting players that can fit within his system, it might work for him. But like Tim Dog was just saying, monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
Everybody went portal. I mean, Michigan won with nothing but a portal team. How everybody's going to now follow suit.
Yeah. And Farrell, you think that Michigan going to try to do that again next year? Let's go back to the portal to try to keep this championship run that that they got. Because usually Michigan, since 1989, like they said, 30 some odd years ago, but Michigan is mainly known for what? Football. Michigan win titles in football. Only the second title, I think it was 1 in 16 championship games. I believe I saw that stat, 1 in 16 championship games. So you think they're going to try to repeat that? Let's go back to the portal and get these players and see if we could run it back to another championship for next year. Your thoughts?
Well, I want to answer that, but I think with college sports in general, especially the Division I teams, are trying to get a lot of players in the transfer portals because they're able to go outside of the states. Like, before it was mostly your in-state players or right across the border. Now you can pull people from across the ocean now with the transfer portal stuff. So, because I think Mara was Spanish. So, with that being said, they can try, but other teams are going to be doing it too.
Yep.
So
Michigan is 2-6 in final appearances.
Yeah,
I said Michigan is 2-6.
After winning the other night, that makes them 2-6.
Yeah,
one in the other night.
Right. So because like Indiana or Ohio State, all of them, like I said, Indiana's basketball. I think my man is from the coaches from Indiana.
Yeah, he's from Indiana.
So if he's from Indiana, yeah, he's gonna, that's his pride. So,
yeah,
they can try, but it's like free agency right now. With the way college is going. So
yeah. With that being said, how would you look at Michigan next year? They got 5 senior shotter. Do you think they even gonna make the playoff or even make it back to the Final Four?
I don't think the way with the portal, the way it's set up and how it's being so effectively used by coaches and teams, I don't think we're gonna. The question that you asked before about dynasty, I don't think we're going to see a dynasty per se where it's going to be 3 in a row anymore in men's basketball or women's. Because it's so difficult. The talent pool is so deep now. And like you guys have been saying, a lot of teams run schemes specifically for certain players because it then elevates the team as a whole when that player gets hot. And it depends on what system you're using, as you can see in the men's game. Now, as far as them getting 5 players that's that well in the portal as it stands, that's not going to happen. Not with teams vying to go ahead and use the portal as much. I don't think there's going to be a team out there that's going to be really, really like hoarding those top players anymore because the field is so vastly open.
Okay. And Tim Dahl, coming to you, man. What impressed you the most about Michigan this year? The talent on the court or how they pull it together to win the championship? Because we say they struggle on offense, their defense was the strong point. But what impressed you the most about the way that they handle going into the tournament and, of course, winning it all?
I would say probably the scrutiny of everyone saying that that's an all portal team, and then you got transfers who were disgruntled with their other teams, and that's why they're there in Michigan. So overcoming personal adversity as well as a collective and proving everybody wrong.
Okay,
I didn't know the extent of everything that's going on with Cadeau, but when they did the documentary, little thing about him, and then I realized, man, this young man, he went through a lot to get there, and he deserved it.
Yeah, he went through a lot. Matt, Professor, you agree or disagree with what Tim Dahl just said?
I'm going to agree to a point. Like you're saying, though, it'll be difficult to get a team to win the way they did again.
Yeah.
So, you got lucky to get 5 senior transfers in. Like Ed was saying, it was 5 seniors, but that means that they had been experienced elsewhere. So, you're not going to go somewhere, take someone's poach someone's freshman and have the same results. It might be near impossible to do so. And in fact, I'd put money that they wouldn't even see the Final Four next year if I were going to put money on it, because again, he just happened to find the right players for his system this year. Next year might be completely different.
Yeah. And I was about to ask Farrell that same question. Farrell, how far do you see this Michigan, not this team because they had 5 seniors? How far do you see Michigan going next year?
I don't see them going anywhere. I really don't see them going anywhere because, like everybody's saying, you had 5 seniors coming in. They had to prove the doubters, wrong. They had all like Tim Dahl said, scrutiny against them. You had a second-year coach that find some gems in the rough. You know what I'm saying? The one I think the point guard with the dreads or whatever, he had a twin brother, so they both came together. It's like it was their time to shine. You know what I mean? Just like Mendoza, going to Iowa,
Right?
you
Yeah,
know,
right.
and winning,
Indiana,
Indiana, whatever.
Same difference.
Start with an I.
But I mean, you know, it's just like any other team. You know, they got the system for the player to come in and be, you know, be successful. Carson Beck even got success down in Miami, you know, this season, and it, you know, made his stock rise as a quarterback. So you look at, we talked about the female softball last week. You know, how they're getting, how Oklahoma got the transfers from all these big schools, and they running the tables on people. So as long as you have places that these guys can go and make a name for themselves, they'll be successful. But in basketball, it's just too wide open. You got too many programs that has pride, because you know UConn's going to want to come back. You know Duke, he got to, you know, they lost 93-point lead. They got to come back strong. You got Kentucky that was in there this year that lost out. So these teams are going to be looking for the same types of players, and they're going to be stronger next season.
Yeah, and I'm glad you say that. Shout out, Farrell, reading my notes again. Do you think this loss will fuel UConn for next year? Because what, UConn's going into what? If they had a one, this has been 3 in like 4 years or something like that.
Yes, it would have been.
One. So
and it's the first time. And it's the first time the men lost a championship in UConn history.
So you think that loss going to fuel them for next year?
I don't think they're going to be that strong next year, for the mere fact that Caravan is going to be gone. He's definitely a big threat. The young boy that 3-pointer in the game against Duke, he's a freshman, so he'll be back. But
Mullins,
the core of the team is going to the Big East. I don't care what anybody said. The Big East is one of the toughest tournaments to daggone make it into the dance, and they have a gauntlet to run. They got a bunch of teams in the Big East that have got some great recruits, and not to mention Arizona. They're going to be back. Before I even continue, I just want to give props to the NCAA this year, because on the male side, I haven't seen such a competitive game in that tournament in a long while. Where they actually utilize every single player had to do their job in order for them to win. So shout out to the NCAA. They got it right this year. So on that point, I just want to make sure I put that in there.
Can't believe Shaka gave somebody some kudos.
Well, he's trying to plant those pineapples. All
right, you gonna fuck around and pineapples is going to come over and get your shit.
Yeah.
Negative.
Same question you, Matt Professor. Do you think this loss will fuel UConn for next year?
Well, since it's the first time, I think them losing for the first time ever in a title game is nearly as big a story as Michigan winning.
Yeah,
I think it has no choice. I think it has no choice but to fuel them. I mean, if they come out next year and play flat for the entirety of the year, I mean, what does that show on what does that put on the coach?
Yeah, that's a good one right there. Exactly. Wow. With that being said, Tim Dahl, what moment cost UConn the championship? Because UConn was playing top defense. They did. I think they had to lead there for a minute, but then somehow Michigan started trapping, and of course, it seems though that UConn just lost their composure. So could that be the point that the championship turned around for Michigan, and of course, caused UConn the loss?
Nah, it was UConn kept fouling. That was the disparity. Between the two teams was the free throw shooting. UConn had 18, and UConn had 16, and Michigan had 28. So, that, and they only won by 6?
Yeah.
So that right there was, to me, the problem when UConn kept fouling, especially in the second half, because they were doing all right the first half. To me, I mean, that's what it seemed like to me. And
what about you, Farrell?
I was going to say the same thing. The first half, UConn was in foul trouble early. and then they had to relinquish that type of defense because they was going to have guys in the second half that was going to foul out if they didn't start rotating their people. So with that being said, with the defense of Michigan, because I think Michigan was like 0 for like 10 to 12 on threes in the first half. So they was clinking and building brick houses, man, in the first half. So that's what I'm saying with their offense and their Michigan's defense is what stifled UConn, and they got, like I said, foul trouble early. That's what's the difference in the game was their foul troubles.
Yeah.
Michigan only made 2 threes the entire game.
Right. And that was in the second half.
Yep. And that was by the dude that one of them was by what's his name, McKinney, who had the broke knee.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go back to something that Shada said, and I didn't forget it this time. He said he want to congratulate the NCAA on the great tournament that they displayed. But is it the NCAA or is it that the portal had made the field in all sports damn near even? So you're going to get that great competition, not going to get one team having 5 All-Americans against, just one All-American. Is it the NCAA or is it the portal that has made the playing field even?
I'm going to say, I'm going to step on to what Shada was saying. That's let it boost me up a little bit, rather, I should say. I think it was the NCAA seeding committee that seeded the tournament the right way, rather than loading it heavy on one side like they sometimes tend to do, putting favorites where they have a more favorable path to the Final Four. I think they balanced it. I think you got to give kudos to the NCAA because they did balance the selections. I mean, look at it. It's funny, you normally, going back to the very first question, getting hot at the right time. I think by the round of 32, there were no more Cinderellas. So it just showed that the tournament was done the right way, because if you got hot, like we said with Michigan, if you got hot at the right time, you were going to go forward. But this year, Cinderella had her ass stomped out and the glass slipper broken and any other hyperbolic statement you want to make about it. And it just showed that the better teams were the ones that were going forward this year. I mean, what was it? 2 years ago, we had a 16 seed make it to the final 8, if I remember right.
Yeah, the Elite 8. Yeah.
Elite
so 8, no more 11 seeds beating the goddamn 5 and 6 seeds and shit like that. So
yeah. So Shada, that is that what you were basically talking about when you trying to giving on the NCAA their kudos, because they, like the math professor say, they balanced the brackets to make sure that it's not top heavy on one side and we don't get that Cinderella story like we usually get. Is that what you was talking about when you say what you said?
That's part of it, yes. Okay. But I do think, like I said, with everything he said, I do agree that they got it right. I mean, I can't put it any other way. This is the first time in almost, I would say, a good 15 years that I've watched damn near every game in the tournament. It was that entertaining. So it's they did their job from my point of view.
Yeah. Just a quick round robin. So I guess all y'all saying there's not going to be a back-to-back champion next year.
No,
probably not.
Probably not.
I doubt it.
I doubt it. Well, going from
women.
Okay,
but I would say congratulations too. But they had 2 HBCUs make the tournament this year.
Yep.
Yeah, it is true.
What was that one?
Howard and UMBC. Yeah. No, not UMBC.
Howard and
Fayetteville.
Southern University.
Southern University. Yeah.
That's what South Carolina Gamecocks beat.
No, Southern. I was gonna say that's the women's team, not on the men's side.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Dawn Staley went in there and gave them some love.
That's on now. Yeah. On the women's side. Well, speaking of the women, of course, I was talking shit one night and I was crying the next.
And for the first time since 1978, UCLA is back on top of the women's basketball world. The Bruins have captured their very first NCAA National Championship.
Shada, I'm coming to you first on this one, man. Did this performance prove UCLA balance, attack, and defense are better overall than South Carolina title expectations?
No. The only thing that beat South Carolina in that game was UCLA's big woman play. They passed that ball in the daggone interior like professionals, like point guards. That damn chick, Lauren Betts, I had to see her history, man. I was like, dang. Me and my wife was watching, and I was like, bitch, popped a picture. I was like, ooh, she fine. And then she started talking. I was like, no, she not. Then, but I had to give her props.
Negro, please.
I had to give her props because she balled out, man. She balled out. But you cannot, if you watch that game, South Carolina was just outbigged in the game. They were just outbigged in the game. UCLA was too big for them. And next year is going to be a different story because I put South Carolina back there next year.
I got you. With that being said, man, Professor, do you agree with what he just said that the UCLA women, South Carolina just got outbig by their women?
I want to agree with Shada because I was looking back at it. South Carolina normally has some of the bigger interior players than everybody else, and this year you could see it was lacking when they played Duke a couple months ago. You could see it was severely lacking that they didn't have that interior size anymore. So yeah, I think Coach Staley went out a little bit over her skis this year, I mean, she coached well, but she just didn't have the right set of the right players to go to win the title again this year.
So my professor did Akot, I think her name is Akot. She's damn near, I think 6'6" or 6'7". But
and she didn't start playing basketball until she was 17.
But that's what I was about to ask the math professor. Is it because of the talent that she didn't show? That the other young lady had more talent?
Yes.
Could that have
because
been
it's just like look, remember what was that giant white guy's name? Not Sean Marion, Sean something.
Sean
Bradley, yeah.
Bradley.
All the height in the world, no damn talent. And they drafted him high because they figured he'd just get into the paint and just throw the ball into the hoop, and it just did not work.
Just 2 years ago.
Right. So I mean, you can be
better
big
as Secretary of Transportation.
You can be big if you want. I mean, if you don't have the right talent, no amount of coaching is going to give you that talent. So yeah, like I said, I think Coach Staley got a little bit over herself, over her skis a little bit, and it showed you a talented big woman is going to rule. I mean, look at that girl Audi, whatever her name is. She was amazing.
But she's in the transfer portal now.
In the transfer portal,
yeah, for transfer portal. I just want to say something before I come to you, Farrell. You say Bo could ball. Bo could ball. He just ain't got the damn weight.
Yeah, but he still had talent. Yeah, he was purely talented.
Yeah. I'm just saying, Shawty, you call Bo, but Bo could ball though. I like his game.
Balling Bo.
Yeah.
Bo.
We'll come to you, Farrell, man.
Yeah.
Did this win just change the women basketball conversation? Because usually we keep talking about the same old teams always winning it. It's the UConn, South Carolina, Notre Dame, LSU, Baylor. Did UCLA just prove a point that, hey, this landscape is about to change?
Before I answer that, so it was Howard, Tennessee State, and Prairie View that made the tournament this year.
Prairie View. That's
all right.
Right.
So with that being said, too, I think I told you guys that the UCLA Bruins was going to they had the most battle-tested season of all the women's basketball teams out there, and I figured that they was going to win the tournament when they put them number one because of big girl in the middle. She has good feet and she knows how to block and play the position. So everybody that wanted to play them had to beat her.
Courtney Shada, she had that ass too.
Well,
I think they only lost was they only lost to Texas. I think they only lost one game. It was to Texas, a team that they dominated. They dominated soccer and they dominated Texas as well.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So that, to me, from the start of the tournament, they was number one as far as I was concerned. Everybody else had to play up to them. Now to answer your question, USC wasn't in it this year.
That is true.
You know, they was pretty bad last year.
Juju's still
Old girl
injured.
went out.
Yeah, Juju.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
she ain't
Juju
playing
went
nothing
out.
this year. Yeah,
Right.
Well, we
so
knew that
with
was going to
being
happen
said,
when she
you
tore her
have them,
Achilles.
yeah.
right? You have UCLA. They always had a decent squad. It's just that I don't know. The SEC had everybody's number. You know what I mean? And UConn being in the Big East. You had Syracuse, the old girl that's crying. You know, I think from here on out, that coach, how the tournament was
Felicia.
done for the men, they need to take Syracuse and put them somewhere else. Let's see how they fare in another bracket, and we'll see how they come out. You know,
But see, that's the thing, King. With
Yeah.
the women, you talk about putting them in another bracket. The problem is on the women's game, the difference between the men's game. The women's game, they usually stay in their daggone conferences and stuff for the full season. They don't see
Right.
those other teams until they get to the daggone tournament. So that's doing them a
Right.
great disservice.
right. So I'm saying, let's change it up.
Yep.
This, you know, maybe the NCAA need to see whatever they're doing with the men. They need to go and
Do the same
travel
thing
across
with
the country and play these other teams and see how you need to be seated when it comes to the tournament time. I think that's, and then we was talking about the talent. We will see what the talent is at that point. But right now, these women are dominating their conferences because they're just built to play in their conferences.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what I think.
Yeah. With that being said, Tim Dawg,
No, I agree.
how much did South Carolina historic struggles on offense and shooting under 30% change the narrative of their season? Or did it change the narrative of their season?
The only thing that South Carolina lacked was somebody to stand up the bets. I mean, other than that, points in the paint. That's because of bets. But other than that, I mean, I'm looking at the stats. South Carolina was there, except points in the paint.
Yeah.
They got murdered there. And then
Rebounding.
once the fourth, rebound is pretty much the same. I was looking at that. The total rebounds 33 and 43. That's only 10, but South Carolina had more defensive rebounds than offensive rebounds than UCLA. So the steals are the same, 6 and 7 turnovers, different 19-13 UCLA, but them points in the paint 25 to 40. That right there tells you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, second chance offensive point. I mean, rebounds on top of points in the paint. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yep.
And just like with the men's side of the house, Shada, does this loss hurt South Carolina or build a future champion?
Dawn Staley, I've been watching Dawn Staley since she was playing. And as a coach, what a lot of people don't realize is this is why I was so upset with the whole thing, how Gino did her. The fact of the matter is Dawn Staley is built from grit. She's never been on a team where she's been a super. She's always had to fight for the position of point guard all through college. She had to fight for that. When she joined Team USA, she had to fight for that. She had to fight Sue Bird for that. Then she had to fight people coming up behind her. So her coaching style for me, her coaching style is perfect for South Carolina, and anybody could fit in Dawn Staley's coaching paradigm. In contrast to Gino's. Gino's very rigid in what he does. He has them doing the same thing, what works for him. But Dawn Staley's daggone thing for me is she takes the best, she sees the player with the least amount of talent and bring the best out of them. I don't know how she does it, but she does it every single year. And I think right now, South Carolina, that loss, it didn't do anything but piss them off.
Yeah.
Because from what I'm seeing is looking at my research and stuff, they got the number 1 pick going into the daggone next year, Jersey Robinson. She's committed to South Carolina. So that's another weapon they done got.
Yeah. And with that
and
being said,
I'm sorry, man on the street, but to reiterate what Shada was saying, it's like blue collar is Dawn Staley, white collar workers or Gino. So and
pretty much
like that analogy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
But with that being said, Pharaoh, well, I'm gonna come, Pharaoh. South Carolina been in the championship game 2 years straight and got blown out 2 years straight. So does Dawn Staley needs to go back and look at both of those games or just throw that shit in the trash and say, hey, because Raven is gone. I think the other guard, I think her name is Milton, she's gone because she was a senior transfer from Florida State. So she's losing 2 top players. I think
gaining 1.
Yeah, gaining 1. but then she gonna have a basically not
Bit
rookie,
of a
but
new
a freshman and a sophomore team. So
No, she got Agot coming back. She got the point guard dark skinned girl that she coming back. They got Jersey coming back. The only person they're
Naya
really
Lassie.
losing is that gone Raven. Because old girl that with the Afro puff, she's coming back next year.
yeah, I know. I know. I'm not talking about Elvers. I'm talking about the other guard that transferred from Florida State because she was a senior. Because her and her and Raven were played in high school.
Together.
And coming in
Right.
coming in together, they only lost 5 games. So their
Right.
whole career, they was like 100 and some games and only 5 losses. That's a big thing.
But now
That's what I'm
six.
talking about.
Raven and Tessa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but going back to what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Pharaoh, those 2 losses in the championship game, it wasn't close.
No,
So is that affect on Dawn Staley's psyche on how she's going to coach a championship team next year?
No, not at all. Not at all. She's still gonna be who she is. I think with the 2 losses is I think she tried to build a team with how they lost last year to a team that they lost again this year. Now she's like, well, shit, I try to go smaller and faster as opposed to keeping that big person. The other team that beat them was just small and fast. So I think she tried to take that loss last year and do the same thing this season. And luckily she made it to the finals to even experience it. I believe she's probably going to go back and look and see what type of personnel she needs to put together so she has a balanced team instead of a one-sided team.
Yeah,
That's how I look at it.
yeah. With that being said, Matt Professor,
Yeah.
you got to talk about your LSU Tigers because y'all always in the mix. So how do you see your team getting in there? Because South Carolina is going to try to make it back to the dance. Can you throw your team in there as well? And how do you see LSU, the path that they're going to try to take to get back
He
to?
hasn't been here for a couple of weeks.
Well,
but be
you've gotta-
careful when you talk about my girl that's
You-
coaching that team, Kim Mulkey. Just be careful how you
Mhm.
talk about
You've
her.
gotta think about the one thing you got to think about is when LSU won, they had the #1 portal transfer team when Kim Mulkey got there,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and
Well, girl was
especially with
undrafted.
Angel Reese.
And they stole a player from South Carolina too.
Yeah,
Where would Angel Reese, where'd she come from?
LSU.
she came from Virginia.
Virginia. Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, you got to think about how LSU won, and the problem that Coach Mulkey has been having is interior. She plays small ball,
Speed.
and it's
Yep.
cool to watch the young ladies running up and down the court. It's cool, but they can't play a damn defense because they're playing, especially when it comes to teams like Texas, they're big and fast. So
Yeah.
the LSU, and that's how LSU lost last year. Was interior. The year they lost right after winning the title with Angel Reese in her
Yeah.
last year, they lost on the inside. So I mean, that LSU needs to change. Coach Mulkey needs to start making her game more advantageous to the big young ladies. And I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon because Kim Mulkey's been coaching this way for what 30 years now.
Yeah.
And
It's
after a
hard
while,
for- you say
after
it's
a
hard
while-
for old dog to learn new tricks.
right? And after a while, the shine is going to come away from that trophy that we have, and people are going to start looking closely at it because this year they had a worse record than they had last year. This year they didn't make it in the NCAA as they did last year. So I mean, after a minute, she had some grace period because she won, I think, her second year here.
Yeah.
She's had some grace period, but that's almost over.
Hey, hold on. Before we even go further, before we go on to the next thing, I just want to let y'all know Kim Mulkey won at Louisiana Tech as a player as well.
Yeah, she did. We know that.
Mhm.
That's history, but
That woman,
that was 30 years ago.
I'm just saying
Yeah.
that woman since
more than
80s
30.
So like I said,
he lives in the
and-
final
and
four.
as the only person that lives in Louisiana on this panel and has ever lived in Louisiana on this panel, I'm just telling you.
Hey, I hate to tell you, Shada. Kim Mulkey is in the in the business of like Janet Jackson, I think, what have you done for me lately?
Correct.
Right out.
Correct. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. We love the fact that she brought a title here for the first time. Trust me, everybody loves it. But everybody's going, okay, baby, what now?
And the same
They
thing,
said Bella Hines is
and the same thing is going to be said about Lane Kiffin. That's why y'all fired the dude from LSU, because we used to winning titles. We not used to playing in the goddamn the Alamo Bowl. What the fuck?
Correct. We're used to the big bowls. We just going to the Texas Bowl every damn year for the last 3 years. Was hot.
Yeah, no offense to the Alamo Bowl, because we looking for sponsors. No offense to the Alamo Bowl. So hey,
in her defense, in Kim Mulkey's defense, she is the only women's coach that has won as a player and coach for multiple teams. Baylor, LSU.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations again.
And just like I say, Shada, what have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately?
Because Shada, like I said, I live here. People think she mismanaged the team this year because they had a lot of talent.
Yeah.
And I mean, I told y'all last year, I love Falage. I think she needed to get out the studio and get on the court more.
Yeah. But she was this is last year, right?
Yeah, the last year.
Yeah. Tim Dog, I'm gonna let you get the last say so on this one, man. Did South Carolina choke or just got outplayed by UCLA Bruins women basketball team?
Oh, they got outplayed by Lauren Betts and what was that point guard? What the hell is that girl?
That Hispanic chick that with her brother in the NBA?
Yeah. She was lighting them up. So they just got outplayed, and South Carolina just didn't have anybody big to stop the points in the paint. That was it.
All right. We about to talk about the situation between Gino and Don Staley. So, but I want y'all to stick to this. That's why I'm giving y'all the heads up right now. Okay. Yeah. Stick to the question I'm about to ask. Did South Carolina shot when they played UConn because of the way that UConn beat them so bad last year? So was that to them our championship game, even though we have one more to go? But in their mind, let's get past UConn. I want to beat UConn. So could that be a instance where South Carolina overplayed their hand by the way that they played UConn instead of the way that they played UCLA on Farrell?
No, because they know how UConn plays. UCLA, they don't play. And they and with that being said, they just got outplayed. It wasn't anything doing. They were past UConn. That's the next game up. You know what I mean?
I got you.
No, I just think UCLA, like I said, coming in, UCLA was a team to beat.
Okay,
and they didn't beat them. That's just that simple to me.
Okay, what about you, Shada?
I disagree with him. To a certain
of course
degree.
you do, because you be in your feelings on this shit. Go right ahead.
No, it's not that.
It wouldn't be him if he didn't.
The fact of the matter still remains is if you've played in championship games and you're constantly playing the same team over and over, they were prepared to daggone defend and beat, and they gave UConn everything. They shut AZ Fudd completely down. They shut her completely down. AZ Fudd has not been shut down all season. South Carolina shut her down. Period. So they were playing daggone 5-on-4. So that you're not going to take from South Carolina. Now, there is such a thing as getting so much energy and giving so much energy to the team that you daggone built before that it's hard for you to get back up to prepare for that championship.
That's what the question was.
So my thing is, if they're going to play against a juggernaut like UConn, Dawn Staley here said it in an interview, we're going to have to go up against this damn monster called UConn. You don't think them girls was daggone not hyped up for that game and crazy about it when after everything that went on with their coach, they got to daggone get that energy back up and go play another game with the same level?
You answered the same question twice, two different ways.
You have answered the question. And the way that I said it, don't you think UCLA had to play well too, knowing that they're going to play a team that went to the finals the next 2 years in a row? You don't think UCLA, who hasn't won in a long time, doesn't have the same pressure?
I'm not taking away from that.
Okay, then. So
All
what
I'm
are we
saying
talking
is
about?
South Carolina, they might have put a lot more energy into UConn and might not have enough for
They
that.
have the same schedule.
Yeah, and you know, and I understand what you're saying, Shada. And with that being said, Matt Professor, because it felt as though that South Carolina got up for UConn, and that first shit, but fucking the whole game, they were still on the goddamn bus. It's like shit. It's like what the hell, you know? What I'm saying? So
well, because and if I'm not mistaken, didn't South Carolina lose to UConn earlier this year as well?
Yes.
yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
UConn was undefeated going into this
Yeah.
game. So
Yeah.
South Carolina to put shot of stars together, yes, they shot their shot at UConn and didn't have shit left for UCLA because UConn had beaten them, I think, 3 straight times. The three straight times they faced them. So they're like, we got to get over this. We got to get over this hump. They got over the hump and was like, okay, what's next? Oh, guy, it's the title game. Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So the thing about it is, when you look in their bracket, the only team in there that anybody gave any chance to beat UConn was South Carolina.
Yeah.
That was the only team everybody overwhelmingly said was going to give UConn trouble was South Carolina, period.
Yeah. And I was just curious though, Tim Dog, did I get you about, did they shoot their shot? My bad if I didn't. So your thoughts on it, man, what I just said.
Yeah, I agree with the panel, kind of agree with Shata, but South Carolina had the same amount of time to recover, prepare as UCLA. So by them two teams not knowing each other, they had the same amount of time to prepare. South Carolina, they didn't work as hard to beat UConn. They just ran their plays and played their defense. So when you get against UCLA, a team they never played, team they only seen in film, and when you actually play them, it's just different, especially when you got a person in the middle like Betts who's deflecting, reflecting, and remember, they don't have the 3-second rule in the paint. So she could sit there all night long, as Lionel Richie would say. So to me, that was the problem for South Carolina, how to get around Betts, and they couldn't solve it.
Juan, of course, we know you love Modelo.
Oh, he done changed his name.
You Hispanic. All Hispanics love Modelo. And no, I'm not being racist. Every time I go to a goddamn store, every damn Hispanic is walking out with goddamn Modelo. Shit.
This joint is delicious. I don't care nobody.
That's that girl Jaquez. That's what she was doing.
I'm just being honest. Now, fellas, we gonna move on to this situation with Don Staley. I'm gonna paraphrase it again. Stick to what we're talking about, the incident, not the apology, because we're gonna talk about that as well. So I need y'all to stick to the goddamn topic. Shada, Pharaoh, Tim Dog. You haven't been here for a while, Matt Professor. I had to, Matt Professor. Matt Professor. Every time I ask these guys a question, they go way off.
No,
hey, like I say, what type of car you drive? Well, I drive this.
No,
but I really wanted a Lambo because the Lambo got I'm not talking. I'm asking you what type of car. So I need the brother to stick with me. So I'm had to put out these disclaimers. So
man on the street be delusional from all that drinking.
It's all right. Everybody know I drink. That's that new. But let's talk. Let's go into what everybody was basically talking about before the championship game.
Our lead story, South Carolina knocking off UConn in dominant fashion. But this end of the game incident between Gino Auriemma and Don Staley really stole the headlines last night. As you can see, Gino said something that Don took exception to. Actually, the two coaches, you can see people had to get in between them. And then Gino walking in the tunnel without his team. Here's what he said afterwards as an explanation.
For 41 years, I've been coaching and I've been, 25 Final Fours. And the protocol is before the game, you meet at half court. Anybody ever see that before? Two coaches meet at half court and they shake hands. Correct? You ever see it? They announce it on the loudspeaker. And I waited there for like 3 minutes. So it is what it is.
Pharaoh King, man, did this moment overshadow the win by South Carolina? And of course, they did show previous to that before the game actually started, Dawn Staley actually went over and shook everybody's hand. You know what I'm saying? But she didn't do it at the beginning of, the game. So, with that being said, Pharaoh, did this moment overshadow the win for South Carolina?
No. Everything that I saw transpire from with that little situation, it was somebody said something, he got the wrong information, and it looked like something had happened that didn't happen. Yeah. And of course, him not wanting to get beat or lose, especially to a black woman. I don't care what this day is. You might have him playing for you, you still don't want to lose to him. I just think he just got beside himself and said some shit he shouldn't.
Can I just a little caveat? I'm not going to say it was a black woman, but every incident that he had was with a woman. I think it's just a woman in general. I don't think it was a color, black, white, whatever. Every incident that he had with it's been a woman.
I go back. Let's go back. This is why I have a problem with men coaches in women's sports.
Okay,
that's one of the reasons I have an issue with it. Regardless of what they can do and this, that, and the third, I get it. But this is where I have a problem, is because now your ego is probably outweighing what's going on here. What they say, your face don't match your attitude. That's what I'm seeing at this point right now. And I know Shada, he's a UConn fan, and Gino, whatever, but that's fine. If you notice, like you said, with Pat Summitt, same shit. Like it's like he just can't stand losing to them. I guess he has to win in order for him to feel good about himself. I don't know. Yeah. But we all know how it works with these guys, and that's why I really believe let women coach women's sports. Just like you're not going to see a woman coaching the NFL team. If you do, we're in the world of shit.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But I'm gonna give you the
Negro, please. Negro, please.
So women can do any goddamn thing. So I'm giving you the
Negro, please.
Women cannot do any damn thing. It's a lie.
They can do any goddamn thing.
Women can do what?
Women cannot do every damn thing. That's a lie.
So you telling me?
Let me say this. Let me say this so y'all can get some understanding. That is my opinion. You keep your opinion in what way that you feel.
Man, fuck that opinion. Man, move on with that shit, man.
No, that's my opinion.
Come on, man.
No, Pharaoh. Everybody's entitled to your opinion. Just because you don't agree with mine doesn't mean that my opinion is wrong.
Yep. I didn't say that.
No, you say you say fuck your opinion. You say fuck your opinion.
What I'm saying is no, that's not saying you're wrong. I'm saying
all right, I got you. I'm listening.
All right,
I got you. Bad professor, you thought
can teach somebody how to drive a car, but you ain't gonna teach them how to ride.
See, y'all trying to keep me on topic. You're trying to keep me on topic, and then y'all want to start this kind of conversation. I'm gonna suggest y'all keep on topic because I got some shit to say about this.
But back on topic, what do you think?
Yes, it overshadowed it because it's the first thing everybody talked about. Soon as I saw that the game was over, the first thing they started showing was Coach Auriemma and Coach Staley got into some altercation. I'm like, the altercation? What the hell are they talking about? And I saw it. I'm like, an argument, people? I'm like, y'all trying to y'all skipping over the headline and going straight to the goddamn footnotes and the references to the article. South Carolina won. So yes, this overshadowed because up until the game against UCLA, this is all everybody talked about. I didn't even hear a damn thing about the upcoming game with UCLA because they were still talking about Coach Staley and Coach Auriemma.
Basically, say that you didn't hear anything about UCLA basically beating.
Right. I didn't even know that they were playing UCLA. I didn't even know. The only reason
the way they beat Texas, the way that they beat Texas now. Yeah.
They stomped Texas. And the only reason I knew that they were playing that UCLA and South Carolina were going to play for the title was because I saw an article. Coach Auriemma was probably upset that he didn't win to go play against UCLA. I'm like, why are y'all still talking about this? So yes, it completely overshadowed South Carolina winning.
Okay. Yeah. But that being said, I'm shouting your thoughts. Did it overshadow?
As far as for me, I guess that's going to be a matter of who you are and how you see the game. For me, it didn't overshadow nothing. I just looked at it as him being disrespectful to his fellow coach. It wasn't a matter of anything to do with basketball. It's just a matter of sportsmanship. Because if we have players that do that, then we're gonna talk about it. But my whole thing with Gino is the coach has nothing to do with how the game was being called. The game was called pretty clean on both sides. To me, the game was called pretty clean on both sides. So I don't know what got under his skin enough to go and say that. And the fact that he, in the press conference, he's talking about something that happened before the game. We ain't talking about that. We're talking about what you did.
I was going to bring that up. I was going to bring that up.
Why are you talking about what happened before? That's like you deflecting.
Yeah.
Why did you get mad at Dawn? What did Dawn do to you to make you act the way you did on a national stage? You've been to the championship 12 freaking times, bro.
25 times.
You've been there before.
25. He done been to the dance 25 times in championship game.
But my thing is,
God damn.
You're talking about a coach. You're talking about a coach that's basically the face of women's basketball.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say I 100% agree with what King is saying.
Yeah.
But I understand what he's saying to the point, because my daughters did gymnastics for a while when they were younger. They were heavy into it. They wasn't having no male gymnastic damn teachers. No, nigga. No, we not doing that. You gotta get one of them females over there to help her out with her flips and stuff. You don't need to be touching my daughter like that. You do. So you got to put things in perspective. For me personally, as a father, I'm telling you like this right now. I don't want no man around my daughter, even family, for too long. That's just me.
Yeah.
But we're talking about basketball here.
Now, I'm not saying he should have killed her, but I understand.
But you understand.
King, we rephrase that, King. He has been to the Final Four 25 times. Okay. 25
Damn.
times. Yeah.
That's still bad.
Still damn.
That's still bad.
I know.
Damn.
I want to make sure people got the right understanding. I say championship.
It don't matter.
The Final Four 25 times.
It don't matter.
He's been at UConn since 1985.
Yeah.
25, y'all. There's not even 25 damn teams to go to the damn dance. First class. Win half that shit. He's 50% on going to the fucking dance.
Yeah.
And you crying? Go sit your ass down somewhere. Ain't nobody gonna catch him, man.
Welcome you, Tim Dog. This is what they say. They say that he has women's basketball national championship. He got 12 national championship, but his most recent in 2025. He has appeared in 25 Final Fours with 6 undefeated championship seasons, maintaining an 855 winning percentage in the NCAA tournament.
Man, he can't cry
2 years without losing.
He can't cry about nothing.
They went for 2 years without losing one game, Pippin.
Nothing. He has nothing to cry about. Go sit your spoiled ass down. He's used to winning. That's his problem.
But going back to I want Tim Dog getting here. Did this overshadow South Carolina win, Tim Dog, when they beat UConn?
Hell yeah, it did. Because it, like Shada said, it's about sportsmanship. And for one brief moment, Gino realized that he was human and that he's not the greatest coach today. He's the greatest coach, but not today. And he just, I don't know. I'm not gonna say ego, but
no, it's ego.
You understand what I'm saying?
It's ego. It's pure ego.
But hold on, shot. Please, shot.
Go ahead, Tim. I got you.
But for a little bit, you know, and it's understandable. I mean, and most great coaches, they all go through this, and you know. To me, that's just a sign of maybe it's time to move on, because you're not thinking about the women at that point. You're not thinking about, you know, the hard-fought battle. You're thinking about yourself.
Yeah, I can understand that, being 37-0, trying to go another undefeated season. Then, of course, the way that you lost. Coming back to you, Mad Professor, it's already a rivalry, but does this rivalry just hit a whole new level after this?
only if they play again next year. Because if they don't meet each other next year, everybody's gonna forget about this.
Okay.
But going back to the original point, it's like one of my favorite comics, Earthquake, said, "I don't want to be white. I just want his privileges." And this shows a whole lot of white privilege on the part of Gino Auriemma. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because a lot of people are basically saying that, Pharaoh. They say if Don Staley had a deal with, they would have been saying the angry black woman. Look at the angry black woman. But Don Staley, even with the loss to UCLA, the way that she bigged up that head coach, say, hey, he does this much for the women's game, and she even said, I don't want to take anything away from how UCLA won tonight. They beat us. They were the better team. So big up to them. So with that being said, Pharaoh, do you agree with what the math professor just said about the white man privilege?
I'm gonna tell you now, we all know what the answer is to this. I don't think we even need to have an answer for this, because at the same time, we always know that we have to be 10 times better than everybody else around us at any given time, with whatever the situation, whatever profession that we're in. We talked about this with NFL. We talked about it with the NBA. We talked about, even in baseball, with the soccer, and with them being called names, and we have to, they have to, the black players have to endure racism during soccer matches in the World Cup. And we're supposed to have the thick skin, it happens with all of it. At the end of the day, we are the most tenacious people to have to endure the pressures of the world because of our skin color. And it's just sad that we have to do this in 2026. And with social media, it just makes it that much worse, especially with the atmosphere that the United States is in right now.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
So with that being said, yes, his privilege outweighed him this time.
Yeah, and with that privilege being that way, he did issue an apology.
Quote, there's no excuse for how I handled the end of the game against South Carolina. It's unlike what I do and what our standard is here at Connecticut. I want to apologize to the staff and the team at South Carolina. It was uncalled for in how I reacted. The story should be how well South Carolina played, and I don't want my actions to detract from that. I've had a great relationship with their staff, and I sincerely want to apologize to them, end quote.
Shot, I'm coming to you because that's the head coach of your UConn Huskies. Is Gino apology genuine or just damage control?
It's straight damage. I grew up, listen, what you got to understand something, okay? There's a difference. I have fandom, but I have respect for each game. And the bottom line still remains, your fandom should never make you daggone so blinded that you can't accept the fact that something is wrong within the game. So,
Can I say this, Shada? And I'm going outside. I'm getting off topic. We're not MAGA. We not gonna let motherfucker do some dumb shit, and we just gonna shake our head like it's going on. Yeah, we agree with that shit.
I hear you.
I think I can speak for all the brothers on here. We are not MAGA. We just don't bear our head.
Damn.
You know what my problem is? You notice who he didn't apologize to?
Yeah, Shada, I'm gonna bring that back too. Go ahead, Shada. Finish your thought, man.
So basically, I gotta say, being that I grew up there, went there, met him, hang out with team, stuff like that. This was a classic case of him being disrespectful to another coach. Period. I don't care what you do. When you're on the national stage like that, and I was saying when Tyndall was talking, I was trying to refer. I tell my kids all the time, you need to have self-awareness. Be aware of your surroundings, who you are around, before you daggone lose control. Because when you do, and you say the wrong thing at the wrong time, you're going to spend your entire time defending that point. Gino could have squashed this joint by just simply saying, I apologize to Dawn. I didn't let my emotions get the best of me. But you tried to justify it by saying something that happened before the game. That's where you lost me. Yes, the fellow colleague. You don't treat your colleague like that on the national stage. You won, like Pharaoh said, you won daggone so many damn times. You are supposed to be the standard. That's what you want. That's what you want the standard to be. The way just 2 weeks ago you were talking about how the NCAA women's game was this, that, and the other. We need to make it more daggone competitive. And you go out there and you do this. Is that
Yeah.
what competitive competition looks like to you? That's all my point is with Gino. Period.
Yeah. Yeah. And Matt Professor, you about to say what I was about to say. When he put out his statement, he basically said, I apologize to the coaching staff. He never said Don Staley.
Correct.
Name. He never said her name. So
And
with that
I
being
know
said,
that was the first thing I noticed.
Or damage control.
Damage control, because he knows how it's gonna come off. And everybody's gonna say, well, look at this arrogant ass white guy. And I'm not gonna put any racial undertones in it, but they have to be there. I don't want to rather put racial undertones in it, but they have to be there given who it is and who it is. And like I said, I respect Auriemma, I still do, because I mean you have to, given his record. Yeah. But he lost me as a fan, because I was always I'm not as big a fan of UConn as Shada, but everybody loves a winner, and he's been nothing but a damn winner. But at this point, he's become the ingracious ass old man who didn't get his way this time. So he started fucking pitching rocks and shit. So like I said, I'm kind of done with him.
Yeah, and Pharaoh, the same thing, apology, genuine, or just damage control, because what he was upset about was saying that the referee wasn't calling any plays, calling any fouls. He was like, look at my player, her jersey was ripped, but she ripped her own goddamn jersey.
Right.
The old jersey.
Right.
The old jersey. It had to change. So he was upset with Don Staley how the game went, because he was looking for perfection. And Don Staley and the game cost through a wrench in that. So to you, Pharaoh, apology genuine or just damage control?
Nah, man, that apology was only put out there because he knows the backlash that he's receiving from the way he acted. So, and with that being said, you guys talk about Gino. Yeah, I mean, as a coach, that's fine. I look at him as Steve Spurrier as a coach with Florida, because I've noticed there's certain types of players that's not on his team. And then when he plays everybody else, they have those players. So with that being said, Steve Spurrier never started a black quarterback. He started a half-C quarterback, but he ain't starting no black quarterback. So I'm just saying he, with the way that he's coaching and his attitude toward a lot of things these days, I don't know, man. Looking kind of sketchy to me.
Fair. I'm just gonna push back because I've been watching UConn for a while. They have majority of black players on their team. So
when
on the road night about that anyway.
What's my girl?
When? See, you guys gotta think about it.
Maya Moore. What's my girl? What's my girl with the knee?
You guys are thinking about it. You know what I'm talking about.
Rebecca Lobo, Paige Beckers,
Sue Bird.
Paige Beckers is white.
I'm talking about
you
black
don't know
players.
who Sue Bird is?
But what we
Sue
talking
Bird
about black
white.
players. We talking about black players on Shada. We're not talking about white players. But Maya Moore, what's the young lady that
I didn't say he didn't have them. I'm saying
I'm
not heavy with it.
I got you, Farrah. I agree with you. I'm agreeing with you. But what I'm trying to figure out, what's the young lady that blew her knee out? And I can't think of her name. She blew her knee out.
Start with a B. She played last year.
No, this was years ago. No, this was years ago.
The black player?
Yeah, she had blew her knee out, and before the beginning of the game, they allowed her to. UConn got the tip, and she shot the shot. I got her name.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god, yeah, because she was so instrumental to UConn. But Farrah, I understand what you're saying. But going back to Gino and his apology there, Tim Dahl, genuine or just damage control?
It's damage control because the damage has already been done, and he knows it. And like I said earlier, Gino, he doesn't have a history of doing things like this. And like I said earlier, for him to do this, to me, is just a sign for him to, step down. That's the only damage control I can see. Or, I mean, from what I heard, he personally apologized to Don Staley. But once again, that's hearsay. No, she never acknowledged it or anything.
You know, my problem with that is if you're going to do wrong in public, do your fucking apology in public too.
Right,
I'm sorry for cursing, but that pisses me off.
No, you're right. And you're right. But like I said, this is one of those things that I don't think it's like a Martha Stewart moment. Remember when Martha Stewart, everybody loved her, she was praising her, and then when she went through the racial thing,
That
everybody
nigga
just
thing.
dropped her. Yeah. And I'm not saying Gino's gonna fall like that, but Gino has a long, illustrious career. He's the
He's
best
72 years old.
women. Yeah, hold on, let me finish my statement, man.
I'm just saying he's 72. That's all.
Yeah, but right now, I think it's time for him to just let his legacy be his legacy and move on from this and give UConn the dignity of moving on and not letting this drag out. Because if he comes back next season, we all know what's going to be talked about.
Yeah, Tim, I'm just going to push back just a little bit. I don't think people are going to talk about it like that. I don't think they lost respect for his team.
No.
What I'm saying is they lost respect for him because, like everybody's saying, he's supposed to be the standard bearer. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are saying that they lost respect for him. Just like Mad Professor said. Yeah, I lost respect for him too because you're the one that's always talking about respect the goddamn game, and you left the court. You left the court before your team. You left the court. I think before the signer on buzzer went off, he was already going back. And then on top of that, the way that you handled that press conference, talking about the referees. Well, the referee called it both ways because it was a physical game. It wasn't just South Carolina getting away with stuff. UConn was getting away with stuff as well, but you just saw it your way. And then, of course, when he said about look at my player's jersey, knowing that your player tore on goddamn jersey. So that's why you have to come back and backtrack. And to what Mad Professor said, if you act ignorant in front of a camera, I need you to apologize for being ignorant in front of a camera as well. Don't send Dawn Staley on person.
Exactly.
Because even in your statement, you didn't address her.
You say more reason why for a regime change.
Yeah, well, we will see. We will see.
Can I say, if he was supposed to be genuine, I believe during the press conference after that, he should have said that apology at that moment. Because at that moment, you knew you screwed up.
Because
you tried to make
know that you're in your emotions at that point.
Right. You try to still point fingers at people when you're the one that's actually getting looked at the moment.
Exactly.
I agree.
And Tim Dog, what you saying? Talking about a change. Well, North Carolina made a change, and I guess Denver is looking for a change too.
Some breaking news here out of college basketball. North Carolina making a splash hire. ESPN reports the Tar Heels are expected to hire Michael Malone as their next head coach. He was most recently the head coach of the Nuggets from 2015 to 2025, leading the franchise to its first NBA title in franchise history. This will be Malone's first stint as a college head coach after stints with the NBA in Denver and Sacramento. His most recent college experience came as an assistant coach with Manhattan University back in 1999 to 2001. Malone will take over for Hubert Davis, who was fired after 5 seasons and back-to-back first-round exits in the NCAA tournament.
Hey, before I come to you, Tim Dog, can I say this though? Why is it that Hubert Davis? I didn't like him. I liked him at first till he made that stupid ass statement when he got the head coach job at North Carolina. Do y'all remember the statement he made when he got hired for as the head coach of the Tar Heels? I glad my wife. What he say? I glad my wife is white.
I remember that.
Yeah, y'all don't remember him saying that shit.
I remember that. Yeah. I thought that was,
Yeah, he said that when he got the head coaching job.
I remember that.
He said, and I'm glad that my wife is white. And everybody like, what the fuck, your wife?
Are you serious?
No, I'm pushing it out, man. You can look it up. Yeah. But with that being said, Tim,
bro,
or to have had a sports show then.
Yeah, no, we was on the show. We talked about it.
We talked
about it, but it wasn't a sports show at that time.
Yeah. No, we talked about it on the show. We got to go back and look at it. We talked about it because that wasn't the craziest shit we ever heard in our life. We like, what the fuck would that have to do with you becoming the head coach of the Tar Heels? But back to the original question about the Tar Heels. Coach Tim Dog.
He a Tim Scott. That's what that is. That's what
Tim Dog. Was Michael Malone the right hire or a risk move for UNC?
I would say it's
Google it.
I would say it's a good hire only because you know, Malone, he's a good
Oh my
coach.
God,
He has a good
that was
reputation
hilarious.
with doing the right things, unlike Mr. Davis, who that's where I think Cadeau came from, North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. Wasn't it? And they were saying that he couldn't fit the system, but from my understanding, Hubert Davis was a
The same
coach
age as me.
that he dogged out his players, and you know, he was very, you know,
Can I say this, Tim?
disrespectful to some players.
Can I just say this, Tim? Can I say this? He's from the North Carolina, because usually they try to hire you North Carolina players, and they try to alumni. And I don't think Malone, and that's why they hire you, Hubert Davis, because he played for North Carolina, and of course they want to keep that North Carolina lineage going. That's the only thing I want to try to, you know, to say.
No, I know.
Why they hired him. Go ahead.
No, I'm not talking about the lineage. I'm just talking about him as a coach. He was a bad coach.
I got you.
And then on top of it was some other allegations of money and stuff. So to me, I think Malone will be better only because of his reputation and hopefully bring some recruits in.
I got you. But with that being said, Matt Professor, even though we already seen what happened, they say one of the greatest head coaches in football went back to college and he was garbage. And he went to North Carolina too. Shit. God damn.
I was gonna make that comment. I said, I see what they doing.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. I was about to bring that up.
Two different people.
Yeah. So is this a risky move by UNC?
It's very risky because here's the thing. Recruiting in college is much different than trying to get a pro player to come to your team.
Not even much.
Much different. And that's the problem that Bill Belichick and his 24-year-old girlfriend figured out is it is difficult. I don't give a shit where you've been great at.
Why she get the shots, dog?
Because I'm shooting.
She getting paid.
Because I'm sorry. The problem is you can be the greatest. Look at Michael Jordan as a coach. Greatest player arguably in history of the game. Couldn't coach, couldn't own. So I mean it's two different things. It's a bunch of different things. And you coming from the pros, just because you almost win a title in the pros doesn't mean you have the acumen to teach anybody, because when you come in, when a player's coming into the pros, you're not there to teach them, you're there to show them. You can't teach them a damn thing. At least you're not supposed to be teaching them a damn thing. You're there to show them a system. In college, you're teaching these guys how to play. You're teaching them how to be a team. It's completely different.
Yeah. And with that being said, Pharaoh, Matt Professor hit it right on the goddamn head. My next question: can Malone's NBA style actually work in college basketball?
Shit, they're already going to that run to the damn arch before they freaking go down low. So, I mean, pretty much all of basketball, even in high school, is looking the same right now. You know, Steph Curry done fucked the damn game up by shooting 4,300 goddamn 3-pointers. Everybody else trying to shoot 4,300 in the one, you know? So, I mean, hell, all the basketball is the same. Get one guy stand up, everybody else run around the damn, the other 4 players to pick a corner, stand on it.
He said
corner, stay in it.
I would agree with you.
I'm saying yes. His style can translate college, because college has already moved toward how the NBA is playing. But you have to have the players to play that, right? So that we said in the NBA, just like the NFL, you have all those pieces together. You just got to put them together. College, you got to find them. You got to go search. And what was it? Blue Chip, where they had to go find Shaquille O'Neal. Go find him in the Shaq was in the Shaq playing basketball. You got to go to that shit to get your players. So I think that's going to be the problem for him.
Yeah. And shout out, man. Same thing. Is this a championship move? Because, like they say, UNC first round exit. You know what I'm saying? So now we're going to get this head coach. He won a championship with the Denver Nuggets, but he don't have the Joker. He got to go find a Joker.
Correct.
Go find a Joker. So is this a championship move or a desperation hire?
The man desperate because the people
that UNC desperate, not the man. I'm gonna say UNC desperate.
Yeah, them desperate bad. Because the fact of the matter is, UNC has always been there in the mix.
Mm.
I don't know. Everybody's used to seeing when it comes to the tournament. When you say March Madness, there's certain teams that pop in your head. And the funny thing is, we say they're blue bloods, and half of them have blue in their daggone team.
All of them. All of them.
That's crazy.
Yeah, what?
Kansas,
Kansas, Kentucky, North Carolina.
Yep. All of them.
Georgetown.
Those teams are the version of what we say of football when we talk about a Clemson, Ohio State, Florida at one time, Texas, USC when they was hot.
Right.
Those teams are the teams in basketball. So like you just say with course of UNC, yeah, we used to seeing those guys damn near going to the Final Four or make it to the Sweet 16, not going out in the first round.
Them and Duke. Every year, everybody want to see that battle, that Tobacco Road. It's not even been a battle for the last couple of years. Nobody watching that no more. They used to be at that on pool by itself. So I think UNC is desperate. They want to make like you said, it's a big splash hire. And as Professor Matt Professor just said,
one of us.
It's easier to translate from college to NBA.
Yeah.
It's harder to go from NBA to college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because for me, every coach that I've seen that has gone from NBA to college don't fare well in any sport.
Yeah.
Because it's a completely different landscape that you're dealing with. You're dealing with kids developing, need guidance, and need them to come to practice and make sure to go to class. Like Professor said, in the NBA, you should be ready. When you daggone name is called in that draft, you better be ready to play.
Yeah.
Period.
Farrell, you got something to say before I go to Tim Dahl?
Like Urban Meyer and Nick Saban when they took their ass to the NFL from college.
Yeah,
them motherfuckers went right back to college. Like, fuck this.
Washed.
Washed.
So
and with that being said, Tim Dahl, I want you to answer that question. But did North Carolina, did they jinx themselves though? Because of the fact that what's the head coach before? Everybody was North Carolina because it came from a man tree.
Roy Williams.
Dean.
Roy
Williams.
Dean Smith started out. Then Roy Williams at Kansas. Then he came because he was an assistant coach under Dean Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hubert Davis played under Dean Smith.
Correct.
So now this is the first time that they went out of their tree to try to find somebody to try to bring them back to the glory days. So Tim Dahl, same question. Is this a championship move or a desperation hire?
I wouldn't say a desperation hire, but a hire that could be needed. And reason why I say that is because it's different. There's no one affiliated with the school, no one who played for the school, but someone with a fresh idea. Yeah, he's from the NBA, but the best thing is recruitment. Kids want to play for Coach Malone because for one, he's an NBA champion. For two, he's not into teaching, but he has coaches that would teach those kids, make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to do. That's not his job. His job is to hire those to do that job. His job is to coach them and get them NBA ready. And by him already being an NBA coach, I think that's an advantage that a lot of those kids will get if they were to go somewhere else and then try to go into the NBA, because he's going to use an NBA style type of offense.
Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying, but it's a hell of a risk, though.
It is.
Yeah, he's gonna be like Bill Belichick. He probably gonna divorce his wife. Go get him a goddamn 18-year-old.
The difference is, but think about it. The difference between Belichick and Malone is attitude. Belichick is a me, my way or no way. Malone, he listens to his coaches, and when the NBA, he allowed his coaches to input and interact with the players. So it's not like
that got him bounced.
Well, true, that may have got him bounced there in Denver, but who's to say that nurturing young men into trying, because we always talk about one and done. They're not ready for the NBA. Under Malone, they could be ready, or at least better than someone who doesn't have a Coach Malone to show them the right way.
but then again, that may hurt him in recruiting though, because you have that NBA mentality. You have you have to go inside these parents' homes, and be like, yeah, I'm
That's
going to
why
take
you
care.
hire people. You hire people who are good at that.
But no, but they're not going there for the assistant coach. They're going there for the head coach. The head coach got to go.
No, you hire people who do that on the college level. You don't get rid of all your.
No, that's not what I'm saying, Tim. Dog. They're not sending the assistant coach to get the number one player in the goddamn country. It's the goddamn head
recruiters. They got recruiters.
Tim, dog. They got recruiters, but who the head coach goes to the number one player in the goddamn country. I'm not coming to UNC for the goddamn recruiter. I'm coming for a goddamn
man on the street. They want difference. They getting difference. That's why they hired him.
Tim, dog. You see what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
No,
you just trying to deflect it. I get you.
I'm trying to get a point, but you don't want to hear my point.
No, I hear your point.
What I'm saying is, when a recruit goes to a team, they're not going to a team because you hired a great assistant. They're going to a team because the head coach came to my house and say, "This is what I want to do for you." That's what I'm saying, and he has to do something.
Man on the street. What does a recruit do? He finds the people. Let the coach know. The coach goes and talks to them. Say, "Hey, would you like to join my team?"
Coach, but you just said the coach has to. But you just said the coach has to go.
Hold on. No, I didn't say the coach has to go. I said, right, the coach doesn't have to go. The coach can send someone to see this person.
No, but the coach has to go talk to them, is what you said, Tim.
I'm
just repeating what you said.
After the
fact.
That
was the man on the street's point, bro.
No, the man on the street was saying the coach is going to have to see him. Yeah, he doesn't have to see him immediately. He sends someone out there first. And if that recruiter,
what's up, Farrell?
If that scout doesn't say, "Hey, coach, this person isn't worth your time meeting," then the coach won't meet him. So why would you waste your time to go see someone you really don't know about before someone tell you?
What's up, Farrell?
You don't. No, don't be rude, man, Professor. Don't do that.
Farrell had his hands raised. I'm not being rude.
Tim, man. I understand.
No, you wait till I finish and then you say what, Farrell. Don't be condescending.
No,
I'm not being condescending. I haven't gotten there yet. Go on, Matt Press. It's your show, right? Go on.
Hey, Tim. I got a question for you, Tim.
Your show. I'm listening.
No, bitch, I ain't gonna talk to that bullshit you got behind you.
Go ahead, man.
No, my thing was, what I was gonna say, Tim, was I've never seen a scout or an assistant coach land on a football field in a helicopter to go talk to the fucking players. It's always the head coach.
Facts.
And I've never seen it. There's always the head coach that goes. They might have a recruiter say, "I like that guy," or whatever the case is.
But the coach is the one taking the picture with them.
Nick Saban went to their house and said, "You can come eat at my $5 million mansion." The dude from Clemson landed at the high school here, at Grovetown High with the fucking helicopter. I ain't never seen no scout do that shit or assistant coach. So I don't know what Tim talking about, but the head coach got to make an appearance.
Correct.
And that's what I was always saying. But that being said, moving along, man. Moving a goddamn long. Moving along.
You know, Tim played music. He don't know about playing sports. He had no recruit come to his house like the
I know how to
lose weight. The dude, he ain't come in a helicopter to his school. So
ain't nobody say nothing about no helicopter but you.
But moving along. Moving along. Like I said, we all entitled to our own opinion, and sometimes we all don't agree with what somebody else is saying. My opinion may be different from somebody else, but hey, I see it differently. But that's just me. But moving along, man, we're gonna stick to the NBA because this shit right here is crazy.
Breaking news here at 10 from the Bucks and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
ESPN reporting tonight the NBA is investigating the Bucks for their handling of his injury. Let's get right to 12 Sports Director Dario Melendez live for us in the newsroom.
Yeah, Deanna, we're learning a lot right now. According to ESPN, as you mentioned, the NBA is investigating the Bucks for how they are dealing with Giannis and his latest injury, trying to see if they are actually sitting their superstar because he's hurt or if they're trying to tank. NBA insider Shams Charania is reporting that the Bucks have told the league that Giannis isn't ready to play after suffering a hyperextended left knee 3 weeks ago, while Giannis has stated to the NBA that he wants to play, but the team won't clear him. Giannis actually speaking with reporters today, telling them, quote, I want to expletive play. Do I understand the circumstances? Yes, that they're out of the playoffs. But for me, it's something that goes against my nature. We got to go to couples therapy, find a solution together.
Bad Professor, I'm coming to you, man. Who's at fault here? Oh, there it is. Round button. There it is. Who's at fault here? Is it really the organization or Giannis?
Honestly, it's a bit of both because we understand Giannis is a player. He's a baller.
Yeah.
He always wants to be on the court. He don't want to be he can have a broken big toe and want to play. We all
Yes.
understand that. And the team's doctor's point is to look after the welfare of the player. Because if you let a player who wants to play always play, even if they hurt, you're just gonna make shit worse. It's the reason why the NFL had to pass that concussion protocol rule. Because players would want to play whether or not they were injured and couldn't play or shouldn't play or not.
Exactly.
So it's a bit of both, and you can't unless we see Giannis go to another doctor, another sports doctor, because a doctor can see the injury and not think anything of it, but a sports doctor will see something different.
Yeah.
Unless he goes and get a second, third opinion outside of the team, I got to go with the team. I don't care if they're tanking or not. If people want to call them tanking or not, you got to go with the team doctors because they are looking after the investment.
That's right. What you say about that, Farrell?
Oh, absolutely, 1000% agree. Because you see this with other players, in other sports, whatever the case is. And now they have rules now that teams have to play whatever, the NBA is going to where you have to play a certain amount of games and stuff now and all that stuff.
To get the awards.
What they need to do is investigate the Bucks organization for having two bum-ass brothers that's on the team and all that money they're wasting. That they could have two more other players instead of them motherfuckers sitting there wasting time.
Oh,
that's
my
what they need to
damn.
investigate.
Well, I'll be damned.
I got you, Farrell.
I don't need you to stay on subject.
No, you right.
Oh, they talking about investigation
Bro.
and investigating two bum-ass brothers. Man, come on, man.
I got you, Shawty. What you got to say about the situation with the Bucks and Giannis and what he said? I could play, and the organization basically say, no, we want to keep you, sideline.
This is what we've always talked about when we talk about all these organizations. They want to implement load management and all this other stuff to maximize their dollars. But then you have the managers of the team and the owners of the team trying to go ahead and make moves to make their team better or to be challenging. And then you want to tell them, oh, no, we don't want you to do that. What's the difference between daggone load management and what they do?
Yeah.
There is no difference. The fact of the matter is, people fail to realize that with all these sports, it's also a business.
Yeah,
it's also a business, and it's also about making money. These players make a lot of money, but you got to understand, I'm with the owners on this one. You know what I'm saying? The owners are like, look, this is our investment. We done invested in this man. I paid him $100 million, this, that, and the other for so many years. We want to make sure he sticks around. He had an opportunity to leave and get traded. That didn't happen. So he's staying with the team. Okay, fine. If you're going to stay with us, guess what? I'm not about to sit here and put you out here for you to be damaged like freaking daggone Tatum and all these other players going into the season injured. No, we're going to go ahead and let you rest up until you're ready to
Joel
go.
Embiid.
Come on, man.
No, he's playing.
NBA can't have it both ways. They just can't have it both ways.
Correct.
Yeah.
You didn't have to bring that up either, man.
I'm not gonna let it get me this time.
Joel Embiid balling too.
I'm sorry, it's been a while. I had to see if I could still do it.
No. Trust me. I
Is
don't.
he injured again?
Trust me. I done went through a couple of TVs in this house, throwing at that bitch. But I digress. Tim Dog, who's really at fault? And also, does this investigation change Giannis' future in Milwaukee?
You can get Tobias Harris back from Pistons.
No, because right now Giannis just bitching because they not gonna make the playoffs. He's bitching because he didn't play, and everybody's right. The owners should, tell him sit the fuck down. We just paid you 2 years ago all this money, and we're not gonna about to let you go ahead and fuck it up on the last 5 games of the season because you want to play.
3
Fuck
now.
that.
Yeah.
Look, 3.
Yeah,
But-
now, yeah.
Yeah, but there's
Pretty much.
no reason. There's no reason for him to play right now. They're not in playoff contention, so he needs to just sit down, collect his money, and develop the players that's on the team right now for next season.
Yeah, I think Giannis is not. Yeah, I understand, like y'all say, players want to play, but sometimes the ownership got to protect the goddamn player because
and their money.
we always could think,
Right.
what would have Derrick Rose have been without the injury?
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, what great he had been. Not saying that the organization didn't do right by him, but injury derailed Grant Hill. You remember Grant Hill?
No, but he came back. He came back.
Brandon
though. He
Roy.
came back.
No, but I'm just talking about star players that we saw when they
Brandon
first
Roy.
came into when they came into the league. We were like, oh my goodness, you're Brandon Roy, the same thing with
Anthony
Portland.
Hardaway.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You know, what could these players have been? They could have been on the Mount Rushmore. So to me, I think that the team is looking at Giannis that way. Hey, you could be one of the greatest of the great, but we have to protect you from your own goddamn self.
true.
Hey, good conversation.
And them two damn brothers that's sitting out there.
You know who
Goddamn.
Stuck on them damn brothers. Let the man have his goddamn brothers on the goddamn team.
Oh goddamn!
You know what? That just shows family. Because
Yeah.
no matter what, he's gonna look out for his family.
No,
Tim,
what
dog.
it is, I would tell you.
I'm being sarcastic. You stop, goddamn
This
it.
is what they say. This is
Them
what
two
they say
dudes are
about
sucking
Giannis.
up some money. Goddamn it,
This is
Tim.
what they say about Giannis. They said the year that they traded they traded his brother. They said they traded his brother, and it seems as though that his whole mentor was gone. But once they put the brother back on the team, he was the old Giannis. So it's something to do with his psyche to have family around.
Giannis should have a bad psyche. Every time his brother get on the court, it's the older brother, and his ass is shooting 3-pointers that's missing the damn rim. He's dribbling out. He passes the people in the crowd.
God
Again,
damn,
he's
bro.
on the damn court. Like shit. That right there is to fuck with your psyche.
You just don't like Giannis' brother, man. Let that man be great.
Hey, one of them got a championship.
All three of them got championships.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
All
That's,
three of them
see,
got
Tim,
championships.
boy, Tim,
All three of them got
stay in the
championships.
conversation, Tim.
Yeah, all three of them
Man,
got
shut
championships.
up.
That being
Damn.
said, fellas, it's spring break here in Augusta, but y'all always know what's going down this time of year.
It's Masters Week and no shortage of storylines, including Rory McIlroy seeking to be the 4th repeat Masters champion. Scotty Scheffler favored to win his 3rd green jacket at Augusta National. And recent history tells us the winner a bit chalky. 6 of the past 7 champions entered the major tournament as top 3 favorites entering the week.
We can talk golf real quickly because of the Masters.
Right.
Shawty, you are avid golfer here. Does experience win here, or is the new star ready?
Got all about that.
Oh, we forgot to
Oh,
we
yes.
forgot to
Oh,
send him
yes.
his Titleist balls on his birthday.
Oh yes,
We
sir.
forgot.
I don't use Titleist balls.
Ooh. He's
Go ahead, Shawty.
Titleist.
For the Masters, does experience win here at the Masters, or is the new star ready to take over?
Nah, man. Golf has been hurting for years since Tiger Woods. They've been trying to find that one golfer that's going to elevate the game, like back in the day. And they tried it with Speed. They tried it with the little Spanish boy that's lived down here in Florida. They tried it with Scotty Scheffler's. They started with
What's the dude that hit the ball a mile? Chambers or Chamber? What?
DeChambeau.
Shambu.
Yeah,
That's what
DeChambeau,
he
yeah.
Shambu.
DeChambeau.
BJ Singh.
Man name all up.
They're trying to make it into something that instead of letting the player, number one for golf, they got too much going on in golf right now. They got Tiger Woods' little thing with this thing going on. They got the Saudis trying to do something. They got they have spread their plate out to, you know, when you get your plate and they put the food all the way to the edge, not to the center. He got too much going on. He's looking at the plate, and golf is hurting bad right now. Tiger Woods and Spieth and them were the last ones that I watched in golf. The Masters nowadays, people don't even look at the Masters the same because the competition is so terrible that the only exciting thing you're getting out of golf is DeChambeau and old boy are having daggone the Housewives of Atlanta on the golf course. That's about it.
Right.
Ain't nobody watching that.
Okay. With that being said, Matt Professor,
McIlroy is a big disappointment all around.
Does the Master lost his edge with Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson not playing this year? or is it time for them to move on from those two guys and try to create, like, try to just play somebody else that we will watch?
The problem with moving on is who's the everyman crowd member supposed to root for. And that's what Tiger Woods had brought to the game. That's what, as much as I don't like him, that fat boy John, whatever his damn name is, John Daly brought to the game. That's what Phil Mickelson kind of brought to the game. I mean, Mickelson had his own. Mickelson had his own airs of grandeur on him, but these guys brought the everyman fan to. They brought the beer drinkers to golf. Yeah. So without that, golf will never be the same until another one of these players come from nowhere and come from the dregs of society, quote unquote, to win the Masters or to be a great golfer.
Yeah. And with that being said, Pharaoh, just like he just said, Tiger Woods made us, I watched golf growing up, but it wasn't something I would sit down and watch all over the, the 4 days that they play. I watch it for 30 minutes. But when Tiger got in there, everybody that looked like us was watching it. And even some of the others, because we never.
Well, you'd watch to see him fail or you watch to see him succeed.
He's the reason why I started golfing.
That's right. And the way that he dominated golf, and they had to change courses. So back to the question, does the Masters lose his edge without Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson? Because like they say, Phil could never get over that hump. Then he finally got over that hump. Then I think he won.
He won three, I think.
I think he won 3. Yeah,
he won 3.
He got over the hump. Now 2 and 3. Now he's one of the greatest Masters players that will go down in their history. So does they lose something without those two guys playing this year?
File for bankruptcy too.
Well, first of all, I just want you to know breaking news that I think Trump put Tiger Woods in Department of Transportation. He probably put him in there.
Shut up! Don't do that.
I mean, he was on the phone call. He was on the phone call.
Be in charge of FAA.
I said he was a phone call.
No, Pharaoh. He gonna be the head of the ATF.
Okay.
What up?
No, DEA.
Hey, that's an upgrade. But no, I'm gonna tell you guys like this, the way I see it. The Masters has its own core people.
Yeah.
This will always be Masters. This will always be the money-making event of the year for the PGA, whatever the case is. The problem that we see is we have nobody that we represent that they represent us on the course. And what little Tiger did bring to us, the only time he black is when he get in trouble. Other than that, we see somebody and he brought it to where we knew the competition, this, that, and the third, whatever the case is. But no, the Masters is always going to be the Masters. They're always going to have that core. They're always going to have the people that they want in there. They're always going to have the money. They're always trying to buy stuff out. Everybody who's lived here, you see how it works.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, my neighbor right here, they rent that house out for $10,000 for the week. So,
oh god damn.
Long, like you said, the one of Jennifer's co-workers, he has a mansion downtown. $60,000 for his house. It was a 1.3 million.
Yeah.
So this place is always a year out going to be stacked for the next year.
Yeah.
It's just that we don't have anybody unless like Kevin Hart was here yesterday doing the par 3 competition. They're bringing stars in.
Par 3 today.
Right. They're bringing stars in to try to other celebrities to come in to fill that void that Tiger Woods doesn't have.
The thing is, the thing that's crazy, golf has taken such a big hit, even down here in Florida. When I first moved here in 2015, there was a golf course. I know every golf course around my house.
We only have you do.
We only have.
You live on a golf course.
My member dues went up because of property values.
You live on a golf course.
I don't live on a golf course, but the bottom line still remains. In the last 10 years, I've been in Florida. I know of at least 6 golf courses that have shut down because of people not going. So
Bad
they're
professor. Look, honey, somebody hit a golf ball in my drink.
I finally got that second.
We're worried about.
I finally got that second brushless. I finally got that second brushless motor for my car.
We landed on my
We're worried about property taxes. He worried about golf dues. What the fuck?
Dude,
Pick up your divots, goddammit. Pick up your divots.
I don't live on a golf course.
Before I come to you, dog, man.
I refuse to live on a golf course.
He said, pick up
Before I
your
come to you,
digit.
dog, I can tell you that, yeah, you made a great point there, Pharaoh, about the Masters always going to be Masters, because you remember that year they tried to boycott the Masters because they didn't have no women. You remember that? And the Masters all the endorsement went, and the Masters like, shit, we don't need y'all money, and they did their own goddamn endorsement.
Matter of fact, I think they made more money when they did that.
Yeah, and then of course going to the VA. What's that airport here? You know, you got Augusta,
Daniel Field.
Daniel Field. All you see out there is goddamn private airplanes lining up. Because that's where they're laying at. But that being said, Tim,
like we right in the path every day. Every day we hear, this is the week of the air traffic controller right here.
Yeah, hopefully they don't. I'm not gonna say that shit.
See,
Put Trump in office. So Tim Dog, with the Tiger, is Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson, is that the biggest storyline heading to this year's Masters, or is there something else?
Nah, they moving on from Tiger only because of the embarrassment that's going on around with them. And like Pharaoh said, golf is like old money. It ain't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And to Shata's extent, whereas the PGA is overextending themselves, they trying to extend even more to compete with what's that? LIV 5, whatever the hell that is, 54.
Yeah, live. Yeah.
Live. So right now, anything that is going to attract extra attention, and especially when it comes to us, think about it. We only interested when we have representation, just like in gymnastics with Simone Biles and all the other sports that was once dominant white. So right now, golf is just going through a period of identity crisis.
Tim, I'm going to agree with you. Then I'm going to disagree with you as well, because once we get into it, we're into it. Just like Shada,
right?
He got into golf because of Tiger Woods, but he's still into it because Tiger Woods not in it. So I see what you're saying.
Just like tennis with the Venus sisters and everything.
But once we see
sisters. Excuse me, Williams sisters.
But once we see ourselves in that sport, then we in that sport. So I watch golf, even though I know Tiger's not playing. You see what I'm saying? Because he's the one that brought me to the sport. But once we into
and what they trying to do, and they trying to attain your attention, trying to attain the audience that they have. Retain and attain.
I would say this, fellas. With tennis, especially with the men and women's, we actually have other players coming behind. That's filling, right? Golf, we don't have anybody like that. We don't have a black player.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't have another black player that's out there, making it happen. That's where the fall off is. We don't have every other sport. We have a person that's filling that void of what we used to know. But now golf, we just don't have it.
I got you.
I mean, that was DJ Singh, and he ain't playing no more.
No. He's Indian.
DJ, no.
Fiji, man.
No.
Just because he was dark skinned,
had some of his own race.
Dark skinned,
Fiji. And I was
wouldn't recognize your black ass.
I was saying the same damn thing. I like that. Another brother just to know he Fijian. I'm like, oh shit. He and a brother.
When he said Singh, when he said Singh, I already knew he wasn't.
He's a Fiji.
Correct.
He's Fijian.
Well, I thought he was Indian at first.
No, he's Fijian.
They're close enough.
We have a lot of Singhs in Jamaica too, so don't get it twisted.
Yeah. That's
close
like
enough.
Y'all some racist ass people.
No, that's like what's my dude that
you went from an island from a mainland to an island. Oh, that's close enough. It don't matter.
No, what's the comedian? Troy? What's his name? Troy? Something like that. Filipino.
That's Joe Coy.
Joe Coy. Yeah, I was watching him today. He said that he said my dad was a kind of racist, little racist growing up. He said, you know the reason why I married your mother? And he was like, no, Dad, why? because I love rice. No, he said because I love. He said because I love rice. He said, why you say that? He was like, he said something. He said I love Chinese food. That's what he say because I love Chinese food.
Doesn't matter.
But listen what he said. He said, but Dad, my mom's Filipino. He said, well, rice is rice shit. Like you shit. What is Filipino shit? Rice is rice. It's fucked. I fucked the joke up. But that's what he said, though. It's fucked up. Joke's funny fuck to me. But fellas, no weird sport of the week, but we do have a discussion though. Oh shit. Mad Professor, I'm glad you on here because you brought it up earlier. You call him the GOAT. I want to know if you're going to agree with your GOAT.
You are considered the great. Do you think there's room for more than one great? Is there room for more than one GOAT in basketball?
There's no such thing as GOAT, to me.
No such thing?
Not to me. Yeah, it's only because I think, we are transcended from other people, other athletes. We learn from other athletes. We progress the game as we move further. To say that one is better than the other is not really right.
Mad Professor, what you got to say?
Here's the thing. He's always said that. And no one can ever say any different. He's always said he wouldn't consider himself the GOAT because he didn't play against everybody.
That's right.
The GOAT conversation is for us fans. Okay. That's who this is for. It's only for us. No player should. That's part of the reason I stopped liking LeBron. No player should put themselves in the conversation, whether or not Michael really feels that way, because I'm more than certain there are times he wake up and go, yeah, that was a GOAT fucking last night right there. Yeah. But he would never say it in public. Yeah. So like I said, GOAT conversation is for us fans. And I mean, I'll only agree with him that he never say he is or that he shouldn't say he is. But I disagree that the conversation shouldn't exist. It should always exist because you want to stand in your fandom.
Okay. All right. What you got to say about that, Shada?
I agree with him.
Okay, I need more than that. Goddamn.
I was about to say this. I was about to say that boy sounded like them astronauts talking to Felon 47, where nobody wanted to say shit. They like,
no, because the fact of the matter is,
he was talking to the kids about Biden.
I feel the same way because the fact of the matter is, the only people you ever hear talking about GOAT is us, the fans. You know what I'm saying? We don't. How many GOATs can you have? Just like Tom Brady said the same thing. He was like, what do you define as a GOAT? I'm not the greatest scrambler. I'm not the greatest daggone third down quarterback. But what do you consider the GOAT? We, the fans, like he said, put that on players for something for us to argue about in the barbershop. That's it.
I got you. And with that being said, Farrell, is it because the player that we grew up on? Because like me, I'm more of a, like I said, I think LeBron is the GOAT. But if you ask me my all-time greatest, if I would put somebody over, it would be Dr. J. Because Dr. J was the person that I wanted to be when I go outside and shoot the ball or whatnot. And of course, Dr. J, he would say that the greatest basketball player he ever see was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Mm-hmm. That would be his GOAT. So is it because of the years or when you grew up and the person that you saw on television or you heard about, that would make them your GOAT in your eyes? Your thoughts?
No, because every sport has it, right? Every sport has great athletes dealing with whatever the era that they're in. So, our kids are going to say, like you, LeBron, because he got what? He spanned what, 3 generations? If you think about it, we say, let's say Michael Jordan at this time, because we got the shoes. We grew up on the shoes, we got something to represent us at that time. Of course, you with Dr. J. We all know who Dr. J was because, tell you the truth, that was my first basketball player that I ever noticed. So, but, I didn't know anything about basketball. But my GOAT, like in baseball, was like Dave Winfield.
Right.
So that's my player that I can relate baseball to. So I just think it's the era that you're in, the players that you see that made you enjoy the game or like the game. And then you can say, oh, that person's great, but in your head, you still got this person as your greatest player. So let's just
you'd say no, I disagree. And then you just say the same shit I just said.
What are you talking about? I no.
Yes, you did.
Flip-flopping him.
Yeah.
I
say, is it because the era that you grow in, the age bracket that you grow in, and you gonna say no? Then you just say the same shit that I just said.
Oh, you know what, Meryl Streep? Yes. And so what I'm saying is,
I got you.
You know what's crazy? I'm not even drinking. I think I answered that before we thought about it. So
that's the problem.
Wow.
So whatever you say, okay, so yes, and
right.
But I do like my motorcycle riders, you know, everybody like Valentino Rossi. I'm not a Valentino Rossi fan. I like Nicky Hayden because he represented the United States.
Yeah.
You know, he represented us, you know, coming and getting into the sport. That's why Michael Jordan had got into motorcycle racing because of Nicky Hayden, you know, because his brother rode on his team.
I got you.
So I just think like that, you know, stuff like that.
All right, Tip Dog. Don't be like Pharaoh and disagree just the same thing I said. You know, is it because of whoever you grew up with?
What threw me off because this motherfucker said LeBron was his GOAT. That's what threw me off.
And he was like, no.
But I'm just saying, is it just because when you grew up and when Michael Jordan say he didn't get to play against Kareem had retired by the time he played against played the Lakers, but he didn't get to play against the
Kareem played their first year,
huh?
Yeah,
Kareem played. That was his last year, I thought.
That was Bloody Divac. That was Bloody.
Yeah,
trust me, that was Bloody.
It could be. I don't remember.
Yeah, Kareem retired in 89. Bulls went in 90.
91.
Yeah, he was gone by then. But Magic and Bloody. But the Lakers won that first game, and Bloody put his head in Magic's chest. This move. But Tim Dog, back to the subject at hand.
Damn. The fuck?
I kind of agree with Matt Professor as far as, you know, that's something that we as fans try to put on our idols, but you know, it's just used as a debate to justify the greatness of your player. You know, your favorite player. And throughout the generations, everyone wants to compare, you know, one greatness to another. And that's where, to me personally, debate comes from. You know, who's the GOAT. It doesn't, and me personally, it's not about one person. It's about the activities of other people put together to form your favorite person.
Yeah,
after you ask everybody, so I got something to add to what we're saying.
Yeah, and I think Jordan made a great point. And to your point, Matt Professor, when LeBron said it himself, you let the fans dictate if you're great or not.
And that's always been my problem with the LeBron debate. He put himself in there. I didn't care.
And when you put yourself in there, and that makes you think that to certain people, you think you're better than players that came before you, or you think you're better than the actual game. Because of the players that came before you, everybody made a brick in that house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The players back from the 50s, the 60s, and 70s took it away, took it a certain point. Then of course, Magic and Bird, a lot of people give them the credit. They took it to the next. Then Jordan took it, and then you got a lot of people like Barkley, of course, Drexler's and Shaq and Kobe. Everybody has a brick in that house. So for you to say that you're the GOAT, I can understand when people start looking at LeBron a certain way. But it's something else before we move on to what you about to say. In that, I don't know if y'all saw that, Michael Jordan say two other things. The reason why he got into racing because of the competitiveness and because of the fact that he loves winning, for one thing. And he also want to bring people that look like us into NASCAR because we not represented in NASCAR as fans. Some people are fans, but not the majority. He said that's another reason. And then she asked him about, do you wish that you still could play? And he said, yes. He said, there's not a day that go by that I wish I can't pick up a ball and go out there and play. Right. You can't. But that's just the competitive nature of Michael Jordan. But going back to the part when he said that he wants to bring more people of color in the NASCAR, do you see us getting into NASCAR that way, man, Professor?
Shit, if you see some of these young Negroes driving in the street and on the interstate, hell yeah.
Okay.
Hey, those Nissan Altimas,
Shit.
NASCAR.
That's what I'm saying. Shit, yeah. I know I get my Formula One on.
Hell yeah.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is to the level like we gravitate to golf because of Tiger
Well,
Woods.
because I'm gonna tell you when it comes to motorsports, the determining factor is money. To start young, you've got to have money and backing. You've got to.
Okay.
It's impossible to go into motorsports without investors.
Right.
Already there.
I got you.
Yes.
What you had to add to this, Farrell?
Well, okay. I'm gonna say the GOAT conversation didn't start until LL made that song, "Great of All Times." That kind of put it out there to where now everybody's like, well, shit, if he thinks he's the greatest rapper, now we're gonna start looking at other sports and other, artistries.
It's cultural.
Yeah, right. So now it changed the whole scope of things. And then when LeBron said that, that's what sparked the debate right off the rip. Like, why did he say that when we have all these other players? Now everybody starts an argument. So I believe that just started the chaos that we're in today with this GOAT conversation.
Yeah.
Now we move forward to the
No, I was about to say LL. He would say that in the song, but he also gave credit to Muhammad Ali. He was the first one to say that, though. He even said that.
I'm the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Right, what I said, but nobody took what Muhammad Ali said. It was when he brought it to in music, like music. I agree. I agree with that. But now we go to the competitiveness. Wendell Scott had already put us on the map with NASCAR. He just was not recognized.
Yeah, Richard Pryor created the movie.
Right. So then you had some other, drivers, Bubba Wallace,
Willie T. Ribbs.
Right. So that's what I'm saying about golf. Tiger Woods, if you're really the greatest he is, he did not bring anybody else up with him. Now, maybe his son, but he didn't bring anybody else outside of.
I'm not gonna put that on Tiger. I'm not gonna let you. I don't want to agree with you putting that on Tiger, because you either follow him or you get left behind. And it wasn't his responsibility to bring anybody else into the game of golf. It just wasn't. Now, more people that look like our young guys, our young boys and sons should have wanted to join in. But here's the thing about golf: it took a special person like Tiger to do it, because you can ask Shada, who plays it. It's not the most exciting game, and you've got to have some sort of excitement to get some young people interested. Tiger was driven from the very beginning to play golf.
Yeah.
And that's granted. I do agree with you there. But my thing is too, the excitement that he brought to the game attracts other people. Once again, y'all made the point with the money aspect. Racing. I think there's a black guy in California. He dropped all his businesses that he had, took his two sons to Spain so they could learn to ride motorcycles in the junior edition of MotoGP, because he knew that's what he had to do for his kids to be able to be competitive. And they're doing pretty good on the circuit right now. We look at Lewis Hamilton with F1. His dad did the same thing.
He damn near.
I just don't think we just don't have the people that are willing to make that sacrifice to make sure our kids get that opportunity.
Can I say something real quick, please?
What's that?
I just want to say, in Baltimore, for years, even when I was growing up, there was a problem in the summertime of kids riding motorcycles in the city, doing wheelies, holding up traffic. And at one time, the city council proposed a racetrack for the kids to ride their dirt bikes on and get the experience. But some members thought that this would bring disruption and all kinds of problems for the city, with kids coming there, bringing stolen bikes and causing problems. But the thing is, these kids in the inner cities, like Mad Professor said, they don't have the resources, the finances to do something like this. So when you have the opportunity to invest, because that's what it's going to take, an investment for these young black kids to take, a misdemeanor joyride into a professional lifestyle and living. And that's all it takes. If you can invest in a county where there's all white kids and everybody riding their motorcycles and let them enjoy the fruits of their labor. Why can't you do it in the city? Just because of what? Of their skin color, because of their ethnicity, because of their income level. That's the things that bothers me when you see people trying to take money away from public programs that could help these young Black youth. That's all I'm gonna say.
Also, James Stewart is one of those people we talking about.
But also with that being said, man, more schools now being more diverse. So now you would see more stuff like a tennis team or a golf team or a lacrosse team, a chess club. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, man on the street, you remember my man that played golf, the left-hand dude, that ADL, the one that we searched for we were searching for out in California.
Oh, Sewell.
He went to college on a golf golf that's how I learned to play the game, was through him.
Sewell. But I'm just saying now my grandkids, they're more diverse, soccer and all this other stuff, man. So hopefully, we see these brothers, but the conversation of the GOAT, when he said that, I just want us to have a conversation. And everybody basically saying the same thing. It's like it's up to the fans who they decide who is their GOAT in their eyes. Michael Jordan, I'm gonna give you props. You don't won 3 in a row in NASCAR?
No,
he 3-peat.
Well, he has 4 total wins right now.
But I'm talking about he won 3 in a row though. I'm talking about he said that in the interview. He said he did a 3-peat like the Bull. That being said,
he ain't doing nothing till he gonna get as many championships as Jimmy Johnson. He ain't gonna be on that level.
Yeah,
hey,
and
never know.
He's a champion right now, as far as I'm concerned.
Before we go to shout out with his Daily Sport, another thing that he said the reason how he got into NASCAR, it goes back to the family. He said his dad loved NASCAR. He said they used to go Darlington, make sure someplace close to home. He said that's why I love it to this day. Because then he started calling out he said his dad's favorite race car driver was Cale Yarborough. He loved Cale Yarborough, Richard Petty. Yeah, those his favorite guys right there.
That's a favorite one. Richard Petty was the only one I ever knew growing up.
Nah, if you're from the South, you know who Cale Yarborough is. I hate to say that.
Yeah, we know all of them.
No, I only knew
mine was Rusty Wallace. I like that Miller #2.
I couldn't stand Rusty.
And Dale, I like Dale Earnhardt. Number 3, that black. I like Dale Earnhardt. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that time for my main man, shout out today in sports.
Bro, how you jump your own gun?
Huh? What?
I was asking, how did you jump your own gun, man, on the street?
What'd I say?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, you got to tell me this behind the scenes, because maybe
I want to hear that.
Yeah.
So today in sports history, Jenkins, you didn't get my man, you didn't get my joint, did you?
Nope.
All right. Does anybody know who I'm trying to look for my stuff here. Bear with me. Frank Robinson.
What? Baltimore Orioles? Yeah.
Frank Robinson was a Baseball Hall of Fame outfielder and enjoyed a 20-year career, with the most notable the Cincinnati Reds in 1956 to 65 and the Baltimore Orioles from 1966 to 1971. The reason why Frank Robinson is in today's sports history is he's the very first Black man to manage a team in baseball.
Yep.
Frank Robinson, Hall of Famer, first Black baseball manager, Cincinnati Reds, this day in sports history.
That's what I'm talking about. My main man, shout out. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
It's weird growing up in Baltimore. Frank Robinson. Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you gonna be with us on Friday, Matt Professor?
Oh yeah, I should be.
You should be. Well, shit, you don't get no segment then. Now it's time for main man Pharaoh trivia question.
Damn.
He set you up.
All right, now here, with the NBA playoffs about to come up, start up. Here's y'all's question.
Who has played in the most playoff wins against the Knicks?
Indiana Pacers.
Bitch,
Team
who?
or player?
Not team.
Okay, yeah. Who? Lou Alcindor.
Wait. No, I say Patrick Ewing.
He's on the Knicks, fool.
That's what you said. Oh, who played again?
Versus
You say who played
the
in the
Knicks.
most? Oh,
Reggie Miller.
That's a good one too.
Yeah,
That was my guess.
Reggie Miller, but it's
That was my guess.
Michael Jordan.
Give me
I'm gonna say like this. That would be too easy if you said that.
Right. That's why it can't be Mike.
This is a sneaky question.
give me Larry Bird. But I really want to say Scottie Pippen.
No,
give me
Grandmama.
Scottie
What's it?
No, he played on the Knicks, man. Give me Scottie.
Miami. What's his name? The center for Miami.
Alonzo Mourning.
Alonzo Mourning.
Yeah, give me Scottie Pippen, man. Because Scottie
Pippen is a damn good one.
Give me Scottie Pippen because Scottie Pippen played when Michael Jordan was gone for them 2 years. Give me Scottie Pippen.
I'm gonna go with Horace Grant.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna stick with
Horace
mine.
Grant from Augusta, Georgia.
Yeah, him and his brother. What you got, Farrell? What's the answer?
Or is it Dominique?
I should have picked another damn question.
Got the man figured it right.
You should have lied, Pharaoh. Shit.
I know, man.
You never hear the
lied.
end of this.
No, man,
This is 12 wins right here. You know it's 12 wins, right?
You should have lied, goddamn
He
it.
got for the season.
Yeah, because they always played the Knicks in them 2 years that Jordan was
Mike
gone.
was gone.
Yeah, Mike was gone. And the Knicks wasn't that good when Bird was. It was just the Birds and the Pistons at that time.
But Reggie Miller's right there.
Yeah, Reggie Miller's right there as well. Yeah. Thank you for that win, Farrell. I'm back. I feel good. Boy, I'm going to play the lottery tomorrow. I'm about to hit this shit.
This man here, bro.
Oh,
good Lord.
Hey, it's y'all's fault because you should have got the answer.
There it is.
He won for 22.
It don't matter, but that one for 22. Shit.
Nah, for real, he hitting them like Michigan threes now, and this boy I think he done moved.
2 for 15.
Yeah.
But there it is, ladies and gentlemen, with my main man Pharaoh K. Trivia question of the week. You know what, Mad Professor? I was just joking. Tell him why you mad.
I'm gonna give y'all. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna give y'all oldie but a goldie. Felon 47 once again decided to show his ass other than tacoing out of what he promised to do in Iran. Yay. He put his foot in to the NCAA transfer portal yet again at the behest of the old champion coach Nick Saban. He passed an executive order trying to say that college players can only transfer once without penalty, that they can only play 5 seasons in 5 years. And it was something else about the money.
Yeah, NIL.
This dude here, I mean, he just thinks he's the king of everything. One, my guy, you barely was in college, and everybody knows this. So give up on your college, on your aspirations of controlling college football, especially.
His ass ain't
That's
going to
number
no
one.
college.
Number two, you're not good at politics, my guy. Stay out of everything else too. Because here's the thing. He keeps doing this shit by executive order, knowing Congress not going to back him up because Congress doesn't control the purse strings of the NCAA, seeing that most college students that go to school on student loans aren't fucking athletes. Okay.
Facts.
So, God, stay your ass out of it, Felon 47. Stay to fucking up the rest of the world and leave college football alone. Because I'm gonna tell you what, if colleges even thought about going with this bullshit, just like they didn't think about going with your crap about telling what race of student is applying to your school and you're accepting, I would stop watching college football too. So, I mean, dude, just sit your dumb ass down. Go play with go color your books of titties or whatever the hell it is you do in your off time, and leave college football the hell alone. Okay, stay out of sports, dumbass. They don't even want you in the stadiums anymore. The last 3 stadiums he's visited, he's gotten vociferously booed. Stay your ass in the damn White House.
There it is.
You said color some titties.
Matt Professor's been gone for a while. We talked about that, Matt Professor.
Use a white
Bring
crayon.
it back again. Matt Professor, tell him why you mad.
Hey,
What color would they be,
add
Matt
what
Professor?
Professor say?
Pink.
It's about 3 sports things. One, NFL banned his ass from even owning a team.
Correct.
Because he couldn't.
Which
right?
is why he started USFL.
Right, and he screwed up some people's lives. He was banned from the Masters. Can't come to this
Correct.
bitch either. And he went and did an executive order on some shit that already exists with the Army Navy game.
Correct.
Like, motherfucker, nobody plays on that weekend because that's their weekend.
Oh,
Bro.
exactly.
You went and gained an executive order on some shit that already had your name up.
Because again, he's putting his name on shit he don't understand.
Right.
Yeah.
So
And I'm glad you say something about the Masters, man. You know that's why one reason why his ass can't get on the Masters, because they don't care about how much money you have. They select people that they want to be members.
Character.
It's not about the money.
No character, exactly.
It's about
character.
character.
He
Yeah,
got
they-
no character.
Yeah, they select the people that because they say it's unofficial, but they said Lynn Swan is a member of the Masters. And we know Lynn Swan, wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers, don't have money like that. So it's the people that they want to have to be a member.
Right. But
It's
he'll
not
never
about
get
the
on
money.
it.
Yeah, you never
He'll
get on.
never
It's not because they got
Barbara
money. They
Christmas,
got old
yeah.
money. They got
Yeah.
they got their old money. Shit.
Yeah, they
Listen,
got their
What I
own
say?
money.
I said
Listen.
the golf has old money. I said
Hey,
it.
just like what old boy
can't-
said, when I say he got his own money, he got his
Cheating
own money.
in golf, cheating in golf is a cardinal sin. He will never be accepted.
You never get
Exactly.
it. And then I'm talking to Pharaoh before we go to our closing statements. Did you know there's a underground road to get to the Masters?
Oh, shit.
Oh what?
There's an underground road to get to the Masters.
Yeah, they got a
What the hell
They
you
got,
talking about?
see exactly.
It's a
They
tunnel.
got a road.
It's a
They got a
service tunnel.
road.
It's a
They
service
got a
tunnel.
road that the high and elite goes in to get to the goddamn Masters, so don't have to go through all that bullshit traffic that we be going through.
Are you serious?
I bullshit
Hey,
you not.
try to look it up and Google it. You'll
I'm
see it
telling
from
you.
the front gate.
I'm
It goes
telling you.
into the neighborhood north of the Masters tournament. I mean, the
Yeah.
Masters thing. What's
It's
the
a
name?
big ass secret. It's a big ass secret. I don't know where it's at.
It's a
We
back
can't
road
get
that they
there.
get
Oh,
there.
I know what y'all talking about. It's down there by Surrey Center. The entrance
I
is
don't know
down
where
there
the
by
fuck is
Surrey
that.
No,
I'm
no, it's
just saying.
past that.
I've
Shop-
seen it before. They
Yeah.
didn't let me in. I didn't have the right ticket nor the right balls, but I did see it.
Never tried.
He said, I've seen it.
I used to work the gate.
Never tried.
Oh shit! And there it is, ladies and
Yeah, I
gentlemen.
just wanted to
Thank
put that
y'all
out
for
there,
tuning
man.
in.
That the Masters banned his ass because that.
Yeah.
You know,
But before we go, we always like to give you something to think about, something funny. My main man Tim Dog, what you got for the people before we go, my brother? Make sure you shout out your social media as well, so that people can follow you.
Hey, today, serial killer down in Florida who killed, I think it was like
Dude,
7
God
people
damn.
reportedly, but he confessed to 8, and he finally gonna get his due justice. My thing is, the president is worried about so many illegal aliens and people killing people. What about the ones inside of the United States killing us? And the priorities in the United States is just far beyond what this idiot is doing. T-Rump. I always say it. I always say it. Come November, please make a difference. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Just one. Please. Thank you. Father's Love, Instagram. Father's Love 99. Follow me. It's about me, my son, and my grandson. I'm sorry. I got emotional when I started thinking about this month.
Yeah, but Tim Dog, I mean, you go to your therapy, man. I need to talk to somebody in the mental part. You and these goddamn serial killers, man. I need you to have
If
a
it
talk
ain't about some damn
No. This is
Somebody
the
died.
Long. Now I said Florida. I meant Long Island killer.
I know what you're talking about. I saw it
yeah.
as well, but Tim Dog, I need you to talk to somebody because your obsession with goddamn serial killers.
Man, I know you ain't talking about my algorithms.
Sometimes
There,
sometimes you gotta take their example and see what they did wrong to get caught. Because the only reason somebody knows there's a serial killer is the motherfucker got caught.
Yeah,
Believe it or not, he got caught by a slice of pizza. That
What I told you, see what I'm saying?
So my thing, Tim Dog, is how the fuck you end up in the army? You should have been an investigator. You should have been a prison scientist.
I got you.
Usually it's natural calling. I'm
Thank you for that, man. Tim
I
Dog.
can't help it. I can't help it.
I know, man. Thank you for that, Tim Dog. My main man, Shata in Orlando, straight out of Jamaica, my friend, by way of Connecticut. What you got for people before we go, my brothers? And make sure you follow social media as well.
Sure. So, a lot of things going on in the world right now, but I'm an avid reader, and one of my favorite philosophers is Sun Tzu, and one of the greatest things he's ever said, and I've used this throughout my life: an evil man will burn down his own nation to the ground to roll over the ashes. We're literally living that right now. So all I'm just saying is, everybody make sure you know exactly what you stand for, what you and your family and your circle stand for, and stand behind it. Whether it's sports, whether it's family time, no matter what it is, make sure you stand up for what you know and that you're doing the right thing. Holla at your boy. One love, shout out, Blue Sky.
There
Holla
it
at
is.
your
My
boy.
main man, Shata right there. That's what I'm talking about. My main man, Matt Professor. What you got for the people before we go, my brother? Make sure you find shout out your social media so people can follow you.
Don't follow me nowhere, shit. But no, I've actually had more than a few requests to start my channel again. So I guess I'm gonna get back into it. But the only thing I want to say to the people, and I'm gonna keep this on sports since this is our sports show. If you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, if you are an Atlanta Falcons fan, don't get no hope up, please. I mean, sit your dumb asses down. Y'all ain't won shit yet. You ain't even won the damn play. You ain't even won the offseason yet. Cowboys fans, y'all ain't got shit. Nothing. The draft ain't gonna do you no favors. And Atlanta Falcons, you have one quarterback with no needs, one with no head. And I mean, what the else is you gonna do? Kirk Cousins just left, so you don't have him as a whipping boy anymore. Sit y'all asses down.
Don't forget the coach.
We just passed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I will give y'all this, Falcons fans. We just had 328 day. I understand your pain right now. Okay, I do. But please stay off the porch with teams that have won titles. I don't give a damn if it was almost 20 years ago. Please stay off the porch. You don't belong there. Get your ass in the yard and finish scooping up the shit that's been left for you. That is all.
Cousins making money in Vegas.
I'm about to say that. I'm bringing that point up. Kirk Cousins got the best agent in the goddamn world.
In the world.
Hell yeah.
In the world.
He should go down in the Hall of Fame. They should have a Hall of I'm talking about the NFL Hall of Fame for his goddamn agent because he got another big contract from the goddamn Raiders. God damn.
In the world.
Bro, if y'all want to realize how much money daggone Kirk Cousins and this damn team taking from the NFL, just go watch the movie Italian Job. That's how much money he taking from the NFL on a day.
And then a quick side note. What do y'all think about the Chicago Sky trading Angel Reese to the Dream?
Right?
Good move, bad move.
Hey, no,
Good
that's
move.
good. Chicago
Good move for
win
the Dream.
Championship.
Good move for the
Good
Dream.
move for the Dream.
They go win the championship. Why?
Good move for the Dream.
Yeah, and I think he's gonna bring more eyes.
players
What
now.
you mean another one?
Yeah, and I think
Chicago
having
won one.
no,
Didn't they?
yeah,
they
Chicago
not.
won a Chicago
Yeah,
Sky
Chicago
won a
Sky.
How long
Yes,
ago
they
was
did.
that?
Candace Parker.
10 years ago?
Candace Parker won one
Yeah,
with the Chicago Sky.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay,
They won one.
yeah, that's been a while though.
It's been a while. What have you done for me lately? Shit. But what I'm saying is, I think it, especially with the WNBA, when you have players, star players in different areas, it makes the game better for me. It makes people actually want to watch. That's just my opinion. But it is what it is. My main man, Pharaoh King, what you got for the people before we go, my brother? Make sure you shout out your social media as well so that people can follow you.
Hey, social media right there, Pharaoh_71, IG, King Ryan, Facebook. Just remember, fellas, your eyelids are made of the same material as foreskin. Until next time, fellas.
My God.
What
That means I need to pull them back too.
Why?
Stop rubbing on them so much, Tim.
What?
Hey,
Why?
hey,
That's why I got that white book in my eye.
Hey, fellas, I just need y'all to know that,
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this.
I'm sorry.
You muted, man, on the street.
I muted my mic because of the shit that Pharaoh said. I wanted people to hear what I had to say. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you can find me, the man on the street, at the Man on the Street Show. Hey, I'll be dropping videos like hotcakes. And I want to, once again, I want to thank everybody for subscribing, liking, and of course, always commenting on my goddamn videos, especially on Facebook. I get a lot of response on Facebook of the videos that I put out. So make sure y'all check them out as well. Make sure you also check out my other channel, Creative Canvas Expression. Yeah, I'm dropping videos on that now as well. So check those out. All I do is tell AI what I wanted to do. AI does it, and I put it up. But make sure you check us out on Friday night at 8 o'clock for 2 cigars and a blunt. Oh, man, that's when we talk politics, news, and entertainment. You want to come join us for that goddamn session. But you also want to stick around for our after show we call Ashed Out. That's when everybody gets the chance to talk about what they want to talk about. Like Tim Dahl famously says, you go straight, you will make a right turn. We make that left, and drive that bitch right off the goddamn cliff. Oh, somebody got a comment. They go through it. No, Joy, don't wish. Joy, you missed it. Oh my goodness, I should have brought that back up since he was on here. The weird sport that we had last week, Mad Professor.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna have to go check it out.
Mad Professor, somebody asked you. You use Excel before?
Of course.
Okay, they got the Excel championship. You could be a championship Excel person. That was our weird sport last week. So
they wanted us to cancel weird sport. Yeah,
I do not want to be a part of this. No,
the weird sport last week, and it was going on for a while. So it is actually considered esports, and they're having a championship in Las Vegas, 2026. So if you get a chance, it's called Excel Championship, Sports Championship.
If I was still in the Army, I would enter that. Trust me.
Yeah.
I was.
But make sure you check it out.
Tim Dawes was excited when he saw the championship.
Really
Hell yeah, it was.
Excited. Yeah.
Tim,
Make sure you check it out, ladies and
you can't
gentlemen,
participate anymore, and we all know why.
All knuckles. Make sure y'all check us out on Friday night, ladies and gentlemen, 2 Cigars of Blood. Make sure you stick around for the after show. But we want to come back next Wednesday night at 7 o'clock for the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. Usually we talk about sports until we get to Tim Dawes, that he talk about serial killers and bugs and shit. But we usually come back to sports. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the man on the street.
What do you call a witch that lives at the beach? A sandwich. Pharaoh King, I'm out.
Why do cats lick their own dick? Because they ain't got no fish. Tim Dawes from Bebo Campo.
I'm back to following this dude. That's what we do now. That's what we do. I'm back to following Tim again. That's just what we do now, huh? Okay, this is the Mad Professor in the boot. I bet you'll never forget that eyelid foreskin shit.
Hey, shout out to Orlando. I'm just trying to go. I'm just trying to go to bed with a good thing in my mind. And I don't want to think about no foreskin on the island.
You crazy, Pharaoh.
Hey, if y'all don't come back on Friday night, make sure I have a blessed weekend. Be safe out there. If you're in Augusta, there's a lot going on this type of year because the Masters. So if you're in Augusta, make sure you go out there and have a good time as well. Peace, ladies and gentlemen. We see y'all on Friday.